so excited we can do this now. Fireball.
There's nothing.
There's no microphone.
No, there's nothing. The screen's black.
It says I'm running. You got one mic.
Yeah, smash that like button.
It's working now.
Yeah, smash that like button.
It's working now.
Yeah, smash that like button.
It's live now. Yay. That's live now. I think YouTube.
Looping. The audio.
That's live now. I think YouTube. So YouTube is looping. Turn the volume down on this. It should be good. I'll mute that.
Why is there so much background noise?
Because of this right here, green mic. There we go. Trying to test out this new microphone. See what it's about. Here we go. Trying to test out this new microphone. See what it's about. All right, sounds good.
It's still, you still hear that noise though.
See what it's about. All right, sounds good.
You still hear that noise
Sounds good.
though. Hear it? Almost sounds like train wheels. Hear it?
Sounds good. Sometimes us out all good and faithful.
Torb said that's rough. Echo and alien screaming.
Torb said that's rough. Echo and alien screaming.
You still hear everything fine, so it's coming off your phone.
What?
That's your problem.
You still hear everything fine, so it's coming off your phone. That's your problem.
What the hell is going on? Difficulties. So it went away. Technical difficulties. Sure, how does it sound? Technical difficulties.
It's back. Mute the mic on here.
We're getting a lot of feedback.
Sounds like we're in a train station.
I don't know why I would be in a train station. Does it still have that weird sound? Real talk. I'm over this. I'm over it. train station. Oh, all right. Still there? Is that sound still there? All right. Look like we're just gonna have to use a regular old degular microphone.
Torb said 10 times better. Alright. Alright.
Problem solved.
I'm muting this. I'm muting the laptop. So that way we don't.
All right, guys, we're just sitting tight till dropping nukes get here. I was having technical difficulties. I was trying to jump on a lot earlier and kind of do a warm-up session for you guys.
I'll take this off.
Yeah, but that didn't work out too good. Got a new mic, tried to get a new camera set up since the camera we had was acting kind of crazy, but oh well. But now from the phone we do get the option of turning it sideways. Oh, speaking of the devil, look who showed up.
Yeah, I heard you talking shit.
The man himself just showed up.
Why'd you put this thing on here, man?
Yeah. You gotta do like one
It's opposite.
Yeah, lefty loosey, righty tighty. I thought you was an engineer, Brady.
I got it, Hoss.
All right, I think they're gonna get the vanilla swirl today. That's where I'm sitting. They said they wanted some vanilla swirl.
I'll sit on my Alright, Chris, do this thing.
Yeah, our tech guy. Our tech guy showed up.
Dan, he said camera looks good too. You can see the Michter's 10 on the shelf. It's a ride though, Torb.
Hello.
How was your travels back from Louisville?
Louisville, fun indeed.
You got a black bag. You put beer in gifts.
Work if you want it.
I know, I got plenty of that. I don't need no more. I'm curious. You gotta remember to keep it this side up. Sunny side up.
Well,
All right. Well, how much people we got in there now?
We have Emily.
Where's Tour? Tour dipped. What just happened?
I just reset it.
All right. So we'll give it a couple more minutes. This is off, by the way. For some reason, my Fitbit. I need to set the time on it.
He said zoom in a little bit, unless you've already acknowledged that.
We can make it happen.
He said like 25%, maybe zoom in. What are we doing with this? Oh.
How is that? Ask him how that is.
So we're looking for your feedback. Is that 25% or did he go 35?
I think I can even do this.
Emily, does
too
that
much.
view look better?
Too much. Jeez.
More zoom.
I think just said this.
12.5.
14.
Oh, snappy snap.
It ain't letting me adjust it accurately.
You fat fingers over there?
Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get right there. If I touch it again,
He said more to the right.
that's what. Can I say that's what she said? I think he just wants to see everything on the wall. He's trying to see what's all up here. I think I'm gonna let Brady help me with doing that booze app because I ain't got the patience for it.
Who's that?
Yeah, that
Only grams?
only grams.
I friended Tor up on only grams.
Yeah. So I need to set it up. Oh, it'd be cool to do the 8-year. Well, I guess rye versus the bourbon, but they're both 8-year to see what the difference is.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Doesn't matter. I was gonna ask if we wanted to do a warm up, but he said he had some Irish in here, so maybe we could
Ooh.
warm up with that
All right. Well,
before we go into the high proof Cedar Ridge stuff. You ain't
Yeah.
got scissors?
yeah, I got a scissors in here. You can scoop that up more if you want to, if it's too far back.
Here you go.
Actually working better than I thought it was gonna.
All right, so we getting the unboxing. You can tell Brady must have act like he never opened like a Christmas present before.
I don't wanna, it's fragile, man. You know?
Probably, he probably doesn't get his Christmas gifts wrapped.
All right. Oh.
Damn. Court put a whole bottle of Cedar Ridge in here, man.
I'm excited.
Got us some samples and a Cedar Ridge barrel pick, man.
I feel like it's Christmas. Christmas came early. All right.
Thank you again, Torp.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Oh, we've got another sample tucked in here.
I gotta see how to pull that off. I can't pull it off. Every time they always confiscate my stuff every time. Look, and we got little notes. Oh snap! I feel like this is like the jigsaw puzzle. How do you? Hello, I would like to play a game. Ah, it is. I figured it out. I think.
Before we crack this, Brady has to do 10 push-ups. You don't remember
Why?
that conversation during the live about the push-up? That's funny.
What about no?
You have to go back and watch it.
Hey, this is a jigsaw. It says enjoy. Alright, enjoy.
Emily. 20.
He said he wants to see the 10 push-ups after the samples, not before.
20.
Yes.
Just did.
It said enjoy, share.
Enjoy it or share. And then
All right. Sorry. I got some. My buddies are trying to get me some boots. We're going trudging through muddy water tomorrow.
did you get some duck boots?
Yeah, I went to Walmart. They didn't have a 14. Nobody sells a 14.
Bitcoin, saying Bitcoin. Tour up, is this your novel?
All right, so we got, just to go down the list really quick,
It's pretty cool.
we got Cedar Ridge small batch second release, 116 proof. That's what's in the sample bottle here. He said they've got more than 6 batches now. This is batch 1 or batch 2. He said out of the 2 batches he has, they're very similar. He said, and then he said Cedar Ridge single barrel proof. That's the bottle. This is a local store pick. We get a few being close by. This is the best of what I've had from them this year. Here's a bottle. Cheers for the content. Thank you, Tora.
Thank you.
Aberlour double oak sherry cask scotch. Brady said he loves that finish. I hope so. 1 sample for his 10 push-ups and 1 to share. He didn't put that in here. I don't remember the push-up conversation. He talking about this and he even had it on the note. That's
Get
funny.
the notes.
Keeper's Heart Irish Bourbon, cash strength, 118 proof. Add a drop of water if you need. I love this stuff. Unsure if you can find it there. The distillery is a must visit in Minneapolis. If you get out there, there's 2 samples to share and review. And then there's a Dark Arts Toasted French Oak, 7-year, 108 proof. 2 samples to share and review. I like it and ran out of bottles to put against the Starlight Toasted. So look out for that if you see Starlight around. It's $20 cheaper than Dark Arts.
Nice. Thanks for tuning in, Bloody. Tuning in at the right time.
Here, let's give them back the scissors. You want to use a sharp edge.
Don't even need it. We got another.
Sure,
four-
it said that small batch 07 Cedar Ridge dropped and it's good.
You know what dropped at Costco? I see that Costco was the Bardstown, but number 10.
Yep. I stopped in today when I went to get gas just to make sure
They
they
didn't
didn't
come
have
out.
some birthday bourbon or some shit out.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you guys? The Dark Arts is 108 proof. You guys want to start with that?
I wanted to start with the Dark Arts because, like we discussed last time, I don't think you guys have tried anything.
I've never
from the
had Dark Arts.
either. So yeah, let's kick it off with
He
that.
sent 2 of them. We don't need to do both of them. These are 2-ounce bottles anyway. You guys cool with that? We'll just split 2
Yes.
ounces, and we'll
Yes.
save the other 2 ounce for another time.
Yes.
Maybe if we get some other Dark Arts bottles, then we have this one to compare.
Here you go. You said we could give it to the kids, but the kids ain't running around right now.
No.
Oh, that's what this is?
So yeah, rip it for the kids. My boy's gonna love this for sure. Thank you. Art, education, and fun.
That smells good. Man, so excited that now they give us the option to turn the camera sideways.
Bloody got one too.
Are those both Abalor, Chris?
Let me open one, see which one it says.
What?
One of the envelopes.
Oh,
Yes, both of these are.
gotcha.
The 12 years, 80 proof, the cherry finish.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, Calvin's gonna love those, man.
All right, we ready to jump in and sample?
Yeah. Yeah, let's dig in on this Dark Arts. Oh, we got a third envelope too. Sorry, I forgot about this
I
one.
gotta put this on the fridge. This is a sticker. I gotta add it to the refrigerator.
There you go. Another Genesis pack and a Bitcoin sticker.
Nice. Sure, so you on the Bitcoin scene as well? Here, you take the most.
I don't care.
I got soccer tonight. So,
You got soccer tonight.
yeah. Got eight something. So we got 2 hours.
So this was 107 proof, right?
108
108.
is what you said, yeah.
108 proof. Toasted Dark Arts. 7
I get
years.
a bunch of floral.
I do a little bit. It's pretty sweet though.
It almost has like a burned, like a peach cobbler. Like if you burned a peach, like a burned peach smell to it.
I could see that. I get like a really nice like creme brulee, like a burnt sugar, burnt vanilla kind of thing.
Yeah, it's very desserty.
Very.
All right, Brady's taking the first.
Wow. I like that a lot.
Yes, and it definitely drinks higher. That's like a. Is this one of the Cedar Ridge shit also?
What? No, this is the Dark Arts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
7-year
pay attention.
MGP. Toasted.
This like drinks a lot hotter than 108 or 107.
I don't think that it drinks very hot at all, personally.
Anything over 100 is hot to me, Chris. You should know that. But this is absolutely delicious. Yeah, that is good. It has like a smoky aftertaste.
Yeah. I really get the fruit on the back end. Like the longer this finishes, I still get that burnt sugar, but I get that peach. It's like a peach or an apple, some sort of lighter, brighter fruit.
Yeah.
My thought wasn't peach, it was a green apple. We just went to the orchard not too long ago. We did we cooked a baked apple pie.
It's a little drying
At the end.
on up front too. As soon as it hits my tongue, it's like a sugary wood note that I like, but the longer it sits on my tongue, the more dry it gets.
I don't know why I'm thinking it has like a cedar. You ever could do like a cedar plank? It smells like that cedar.
You keep seeing the Cedar Ridge label.
I
you
know.
keep saying
I think
cedar.
that's getting in my head because I'm seeing that, but it does have like a smoky. Like you ever smoke a salmon on a piece of cedar plank? That's that note that I'm getting. It's like a peach, a roasted peach or a charred peach, and it get that cedar.
I don't know. I'm trying to. It tastes something very similar. Like it has a very similar profile to something. I just can't put my freaking tongue on it.
It's good though. I like it.
Yeah.
They recently did some like 10-year double oaked dark arts picks
Yeah.
that I've heard are really good, but they're really expensive. That's the only reason I've not tried dark
That's
arts.
they're over $100.
Yeah, like the Bourbon Junkies, they did a 10-year double oak, and it was like $170 or $150.
Okay, so it's a toasted French oak,
There you go.
and so
That's where the dryness comes from.
you know this is it. This potentially, it's not a shot either. Just so we're aware, I'm a huge fan, but this is potentially what the 2XO French oak could taste like.
Yeah, if it weren't 92 proof.
Correct. This is it. That's what it's comparable to,
Yeah,
right?
I get that vanilla creme brulee note on there too, but I
Yeah.
don't get any fruit. This is a lot more complex than that. But that's also what, $40?
Correct.
What was $40?
The 2XO French oak.
No,
It's like 40 or 50.
no, it was more than that. We just got lucky because it was on the barrel.
I think the French oak is cheaper than the American oak.
Which one came out after?
I know it's less than
French.
$50.
Yeah, the American oak's $50.
Yeah, pretty sure that's like 40, $45.
He said Torp has requested that the remaining sample. I don't know where it went, but
They're over
y'all have to arm wrestle for it.
here.
I can't. I'm not winning that fight, bro. I'm
might
not
have a
messing
shot.
with it.
We can, it'll be interesting to save it for a blind. Like that Penelope toasted is probably one of my favorite toasteds. I know it's not a French oak, but this reminds me of that because that I get a lot of fruit on that Penelope toasted. So I'd be interested to take that and this on like a Maker's 46 cash strength and blind those.
Peerless is coming out with a toasted.
We did a video on it.
Yeah, I thought so. They're doing.
But they're about to do a toasted rye.
Yeah, maybe that's what I was looking.
They
at.
just came out with a cognac one. I like cognac finishes. It was
Yeah.
like $180 bottle. They had it at Bourbon Fest. It's one of the worst finished bourbons I've ever drank in my life.
Really?
I'm glad I didn't buy a
Well, it's
bottle.
probably like that one I got. I don't know if that's.
It tasted
cognac
like it
one.
was finished for a week. Like you barely taste the cognac.
I figured the cognac was out.
I thought so too.
You know.
It normally does.
Yeah.
Well, it makes it smoother. It's not. You don't get like a high burn when it's with the cognac.
Yeah, it makes it softer on the edges, but I like it because it always gives me like a grape, like grape juice kind of taste, and I didn't get that on the cognac
Like
stuff.
Blood Oath had one,
Yeah.
which was a cognac finish,
Yeah.
and I kind of blew through that one because I was going through a cognac phase, like I go through that rum phase from time to time. But that one was pretty good.
So what do y'all want to do next?
Um,
I don't know if
Since-
this is gonna kick it off.
so my only concern. Torp is the Scotch. Is it peated? Is it smoky? Because if it's peated, we need to do it last. If it's not peated, I think we should do it next. Since it's a low proof and this was already finished, I think we should stick with the finished and then go to the Cedar Ridge and the Irish and then the Cedar Ridge.
You should try the small batch next. Super rich in the bottle is lighter to him, even though 2 proof higher.
Gotcha. Okay. Is it two? Yeah, it is. I didn't even pay attention to the proof on the single barrel. Sounds good. So this
He
is
said, Turb said the scotch is specifically for you, but you'll
Okay.
need to do the push-ups.
all
He's adamant
All
about
right.
them push-ups.
right at the very. All right. I still don't remember the push-up thing. At the very end, I'll do 10 push-ups and I'll try the Avalor. I'll do a taste, small taste.
You're gonna go back and watch that video now, aren't you?
Was that the last one or was that Memorial Day?
No,
that
that
I
was the
talked
last
about
one. Yeah, Memorial Day is still in the archives.
I don't.
We only released that snippet that
Hey.
they
We
created.
did you're talking about Labor Day?
Memorial Day.
No, but you're talking about the Labor Day video, right?
The last live stream that we
Yeah,
did.
that was Labor Day weekend.
I got you. I can't keep up. I've been out of town so much this month. So this is 116 proof Cedar Ridge batch 2.
Oh my god.
Is I can't remember, is
That
Cedar
smells
Ridge weeded?
Freaking
Is there wheat in the
awesome.
mash bill? Let me know what Torb says.
I'm not even gonna say the flavors that I'm thinking because I
Smells
don't want it to
great.
get stuck in your head, but oh my goodness.
Turb said that the scotch isn't peated,
Good.
but he also didn't like the sherry finish. So the reason he sent it was he was curious if you liked it.
I got you. I've only had a couple scotches and the couple I've had are peated and I can't get over the peat. So I am curious how that is.
Alright, I'm about to dig in. Can't wait.
On the nose, I get like a chocolate mousse, like a chocolate silk cake, like that mousse icing.
It's fluffy.
It's such a fluffy milk chocolate.
This is good. I don't drink too much scotch. I think I got a bottle of Johnny.
This ain't the
Black
Scotch.
Label. It's not the scotch?
No, this is this is the Cedar Ridge.
This?
No, the small batch Cedar Ridge. You didn't even say it was hot either. That's 116.
No, it's not hot. That's all I know. I thought it was scotch.
It leaves a
He's out of it tonight. He's like soccer minding us.
it leaves a nice burnt char, like
I
and
definitely
it, like
did
the
that.
finish is just a charry, like it's not overwhelming, right? But
So-
it leaves that smoky.
This don't have no bourbon taste to me.
So as soon as it hits my tongue, I get that chocolate mousse thing.
Right.
And then I see what you're saying because it immediately gets to like a smoky oak, like it's a char, like a heavy char.
Instead of char 3.
Yeah, it's good. That's definitely unique, and I've been wanting to try this for a while, and I'm glad we got to try it because I would definitely buy this. These aren't that expensive either, from what I can remember watching like Bruzel videos and stuff. I think these are like $60. I think
It has
might
like
be
a-
wrong.
It has like a butterscotch kind of.
A little bit, yeah. We don't see any of these here though.
I'm impressed by the finish. Like
Yeah.
It's good. It's not. I was afraid when I got that char smokiness. I was afraid that it was gonna start to be really dry. I thought the longer I
yeah,
sat
that's
here,
what I thought it
Yeah.
was gonna do, just
It's
dry
no-
you out.
yeah, nowhere near as dry as the dark arts.
And it got a real long finish. Like it's giving me a nice.
Yeah, that char is hugging you and it
Yeah.
stays there. It's like we've drank much $200 bottles that the finish isn't even there, you know, to the point of this. Like
I brought one with me
it's
today too that we
still
didn't get to
good.
review.
yeah, it's still fabulous.
Oh, that's good.
That chocolate's starting good. It's not the chocolate's not as strong. It's starting to turn like a toffee for me, like a toffee or a caramel. And the smoke's nowhere near as strong on the second sip either. Like this is getting really really sweet.
I'm getting that ethanol on the end though. Like once I start breathing through my nose, I start getting that burn. But
This has to be a weeder.
that finish is so long.
Yeah, he never I don't know if he missed that or what, Brady, but he never commented on it.
I'm googling it real quick. If I can get the site to load.
You need the Wi-Fi. Are you on the Wi-Fi?
I'm not on the Wi-Fi. I just turned it on though. It's 74% corn. ...
Hmm.
14% malted rye, 12% malted barley.
I didn't get the rye though. Probably that's not warm hung. The rye's probably warm hung, but I didn't even get the corn on it.
That's weird. I really thought this was gonna be wheated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't even
So
get the corn.
I guess it's from that malted rye.
Which mouthfeel was more of a thin feel to you? Was it the Cedar Ridge or the Dark Arts?
Dark Arts.
I felt like the Dark Arts. Was
According
super
to
thin, but
BigThirst.com, Cedar Ridge barrel proof small batch is $49. If they all tasted this good or better, I'd buy them all day long at $49.
And the second one was pretty good. I thought it was a Scotch there for a minute. But it's just like it's so light though for a bourbon.
it is.
All right, you guys want to crack the single barrel to compare, or do you want to go on to the Keeper's Heart Irish?
I would go to the single barrel before we switch to Irish.
I am curious how it compares. There's a YouTuber that I watch a lot, the Bourbon Judge. I have a couple of his picks.
I watched him too.
His picks, I was really skeptical about getting on Patreon and buying picks, and then he was the first pick I ever got, and he picked some good barrels, and he just picked a Cedar Ridge. So
The ducks is
so I'm curious how this compares to the small batch, because I'm definitely considering getting his pick. It'll be several months, but I've also heard a lot of good things about this Keeper's Heart, so I am curious how this is. Excuse me. And you don't see a lot of cash strength Irish whiskey, which is cool. And I mean, cash strength's what, 113.
what's that random one? My wife went to Ireland.
That kind of explains the thin mouthfeel, right? And it's just a young bourbon. He said 4 years.
Oh, on the Cedar Ridge.
Yeah, so that's probably that explains it. Bloody, where are you coming from? Where you tuning in from?
That's probably
Because he can't get the Cedar Ridge in his area either. I assumed that they were neighbors, but once he said he can't get it in his area, I'm like, huh? Curiosity killed the cat.
Oh shit! I need to go ahead and pour me some. You over here acting like.
Well, I mean, yeah, I had an ounce of fucking water in there.
What was Gandalf's brother's name? Credence' dad.
That'll come to me in a minute.
Albathor.
Oh, Bloody's still in Cali too.
Yeah.
Let me see that real quick. I didn't know I would pour any in here. I was nosing it, and I'm like, I feel like I'm missing something here. And then I look, I'm like, I didn't even pour a quarter ounce.
Let me see it. I wanted to read the back.
I like that it's a classic label too. Like, they're not trying to do anything fancy with the bottle or the label. It's classic. And I respect, like I said, man, like that being $49 for that small batch, that's something I would always have. Like, that was really good for it being 4 years. This
It's a single barrel store pick.
yeah, this is completely different on the nose.
Y'all put a thumbs up on the channel and hashtag Tora. Thanks for showing the channel love, man.
Yes, thank you,
Absolutely.
Tori. We've been looking forward to doing this live stream for
2 weeks.
longer than that, probably a month by now.
Yeah, I've been I've kind of been holding the fellas up on that one.
Yeah, but our priorities are in line, so this is second to our priorities.
So this one is 118.3. The other one was 116.
That's
Mm-hmm.
So on this one, I get like a lot of cinnamon on the
Yeah,
nose.
it's a little burn.
It's like a snickerdoodle cookie.
That has been,
It made my right eye water a little bit.
We can let it air out too if you guys want. We can go to the Irish and then come back to this.
Yeah, let's come back.
Since this is a fresh pop and not a sample. So this is the Keeper's Heart Irish.
Irish. So this is the Irish.
So we're gonna drink the Irish, and then the one behind is the Cedar Ridge.
All right, let me push that back. So I'm getting.
Just make sure we're on the same page here.
Yeah,
Irish.
but look, the other one was as light, if not lighter than this. That's why I kept thinking.
What, the Cedar Ridge?
Yeah,
the small batch Cedar Ridge.
Yeah, it was
Well,
light.
it's 4 years though.
Oh, you're good. That's all you.
Finish it off.
Yeah. I gotta.
Oh, yeah. I like that. Is this Torp? Is this Keeper's Heart finished in anything, or is it just straight up cash strength Irish whiskey? This is another one. I've heard of this brand a lot. I've never had anything from Keeper's Heart. I've never seen their bottles.
You said 4 years, $50, great value.
Oh yeah, on that Cedar Ridge, definitely.
No, I thought he's talking about the Keepers.
No. The Cedar Ridge is 4 years, 50.
This is
a
he said the Irish bourbon is $50, great value, 4 year plus.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I like the.
You can tell this is Irish right on the nose.
Yeah,
It's not finished in anything.
Okay, cool.
It's a quick, it's quick, but that initial sip is like it bites you like the first initial sip.
Hey man, you'll get on the proof level one day.
One
It's
day.
funny though because we always talk about anything over 100 proof lights you up. I saw that Springfield when I got here. That Springfield's got this much left in the bottle. You drank 90% of a bottle of Springfield Bookers.
That's the second one because
I
I
know.
kept thinking was the.
He's
backup.
gone through 2 bottles of Bookers in 2 months. But 113 proof hurts you a little bit.
Yeah, I need to go get another one before they're all gone.
I was just there yesterday. I told Narav there was like 3 bottles on the shelf. I said Sheldon keeps saying he's gonna stop by. I said I'll let him know tomorrow. You still have bottles? He said yeah. Tell him to come see me.
All right, I need to holler at him probably this week, and I gotta make sure my duckies are in a row before I.
So immediately I get malt on this, which I like. You can tell. I'm assuming it's pot stilled. If it's not, I'd be surprised. But everything I've ever had pot stilled Irish or bourbon gives this maltiness, and I get like an apple.
I just get a lot of like
some
malted marl, like you say,
malted barley.
Barley.
And I get a lot of light fruit. Like that apple and maybe little bit of like an apricot thing.
Yeah, but it's very light though. The finish is not as long, but that initial sip, it's like definitely you get.
Oh wow!
It warms you up real fast, and then you just kind of holds it there.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, great choices, man.
This is my favorite thing I've tried so far.
Yeah.
The Cedar Ridge was really good.
It is a single pot still.
This is
It tastes like candy.
yeah. It's like
It's a candy finish on
it's
it.
like a fruit flavored candy, like an app. If you got a candy that was apple flavored or an apricot or a peach or something like that, and the finish goes on forever on this thing. Like this thing is sticking to my cheeks.
He said that they do finish in maple.
Oh wow!
Great wine barrel is rough. All apples. Keepers is legit. Brand distiller is Brian Nation from Jameson.
Oh okay. I've had some Irish. My buddy in college, he was a huge Bushmills fan. So I've had just about every Bushmills they've ever made. I like Bushmills, but this thing, it's like, I've never had a finish like this on an Irish whiskey, I guess is what I'm getting at. Like, I can still taste the flavors off the first sip. I'm definitely putting this one on the list. I don't have a single bottle of Irish in the bar. This is definitely one I would put on the bar. You're right though, Sheldon, though. When you go to nose it, it stings.
Yeah.
The nose stings. But I really don't get that much heat on the palate. It drinks to me, this is like 3 proof lower than the Cedar Ridge, and I think it drinks on par with it. I think they both taste like they're probably like 110.
A lot of burn to the nose when you.
It nose is hot. if you gotta hold this one off your nose
Yeah.
to get that sweetness. If you put it too close to your nose,
Get that little
it'll make your
stinger.
eyes water.
A little stinger.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I have to go back to that dark arts.
I really liking this. If this they did this when he said maple finish, this in a maple finish would be fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
Just to add to that fruity and chocolatiness, a little bit of that maple or like sherry. I know he said he's not a sherry fan. A sherry finish on this would be great.
Yeah.
Cognac or Armagnac would be good too. It's not dry. It's very flavorful. It's got a nice finish. I think a lot of things would lend to this.
Yeah. As you said, Chair, I look back. I said my newer catalog is growing. It's
Oh, yeah.
slowly growing.
He said it's 60% Irish, 40% bourbon.
Oh,
If you can't find it anywhere, it's his favorite $50 shelfer. And as a difference, the regular batch is 92 proof. So he threw the 92 proof in there for you, Shelly.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
where was that one?
Huh?
I didn't see the 92 proof.
It's not here, bro.
Oh.
They make one, right?
Oh, I got you. I
And-
thought you said he sent a sample of the 92 proof for Sheldon. I was like,
He
what?
put the 92 proof in here because
I got
Sheldon
you.
likes to drink lower than 100.
Oh yeah, you like yes.
Well, right at 100.
So it was kind of like a subliminal
I
ha ha. At least that's how I took it to her.
That's funny. It took me a second. Yeah, for $50, I mean, this is awesome. I love this. This
I would
and the
ju-
Cedar Ridge.
I'd like put it up next to some Jameson.
Johnny Walker will probably be the next.
I've never been a fan of Johnny Walker. Jameson's not bad. Bushmills is really good.
Black Label and Blue Label, I grew up on drinking those. So,
When we were in college, I think we were getting like 10-year Bushmills, and it was like $60,
yeah.
$70. And that was a lower proof too. That one was somewhere in that 90 to 100 range, but it had really good flavor.
What's the one with the deer antlers on there?
It
God.
starts with a G. It's
Yeah.
one of the Glens.
Yeah. But they.
It's not Glenallachie. That's a Scotch. Glenmorangie is a Scotch too.
That's what it is.
Uh,
But I think the 15-year or the 12-year, they had one. It's like a pinkish, purplish looking canister it's in. That one is really good. I've had that out.
I like that a lot.
You said the small batch is actually $10 more.
The lower proof one?
Yeah, than the
Wow.
calves.
That's a scam.
Johnny Walker ain't Irish either.
I know it ain't.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
I know it's not Irish, but I'm not saying it's not a bourbon. It's a Scotch.
It's a bourbon drinker Scotch.
Right.
All right, so we got this Cedar Ridge pick to go through. There's an Aberloot down there. I'm getting a little nervous.
I have to up y'all's answers.
I gotta sit here for a minute, man. That I can still taste that keeper's heart. I love that.
Want sparkling water, Chris?
I'm alright.
Get your water in.
He said I don't need nothing.
He says that, but I know better. Been around long enough. You gotta cleanse that palate a little bit.
For those of you guys watching, has anybody had Corbin Cash? Merced Rye.
Murcielago.
Let us know. I got a pick from the True 1090 channel recently. Cracked it open, had a pour when I got it on Thursday. So I brought that for you guys to try. They're out of California. We'll do that last.
Hey, if you're just tuning in, make sure you hit that like button for us.
Very unique though. That's one of the wildest ryes I've ever had.
Yeah.
I'm curious if you guys like it.
Alright, I'm excited about this one.
I still get that snickerdoodle cookie.
I did it for the booty.
Snickerdoodle.
He said booty. He said booty. He said booty. So this one is the same thing. I'm still getting that char oak like that fresh burn.
It's hard for me to pull a lot on
Torrid
this one.
said he only has a sample of it.
All right.
You want to try it with us now, Torrid? Let us know. We'll wait. We can cheers to one another. Long distance style. Bam.
How does this got a real?
It has calmed down a little bit.
The aroma is really good on this. It's almost like a.
I think I like the nose on the small batch better.
Yeah. This is almost like mapley, almost like smoky maple.
This is really good too.
Mm.
This is completely different than the small batch though.
Does thin and thick make sense?
Yes. It's
Like
it
the
is.
complexity of it, like when you first get it on the palate, right? Or it's just fucking.
It's like a vinaigrette.
Yeah.
It's like a vinaigrette. So you get that like the oily, but you get the tangy.
And like it just thickens up, and it's not sticking to the cheeks or nothing, but I can feel it as it
Rolls off the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's I guess that's how I define the difference is if I say something's viscous or buttery, I can feel it just slowly run off my tongue.
Right.
And if it's oily, I always say that's what sticks to my cheeks and my gums and everything.
The weed hits me here.
Like that Keeper's Heart was oily to me. It stuck to my cheeks. That the Cedar Ridge, both of them we've had so far, I've been viscous. It's that slow roll off the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
This one I don't get any of the chocolate. I don't get the butterscotch toffee thing. I get cinnamon, brown sugar, oak. I don't get that smoky char on this one.
I got the smoky on it.
But
on the nose.
It's still really good. I still really like it. It's just I wasn't expecting it to be that much different.
It's more flavorful, right?
Yes.
Than
It's
than
a lot-
the small batch.
yes. It's
Like
a lot, yeah, it's a lot more complex.
right, and like you pick up a couple different flavor notes, but the flavor of this sticks out more to your point because it's not as charry forward, right? But it's still, with that being said, like it still drinks well. Like
Yeah. I already drank mine, so I like to like this one a lot.
I think this one drinks lower proof than the small batch, even though it's higher proof.
Yeah, surprising.
it's
It's
a lot lower on the nose too. So I wonder if that's playing into that perception, right? The nose is lighter, so I wonder in your mind when it hits the palate, does that I don't know, maybe-
Second sip, it's savory. It's getting spicy and it's getting citrus. Like I'm starting to get like an orange peel kind of thing. It's almost giving me like an old fashioned feel.
See, I get more of a lemon zest than I do the orange peel zest.
Yeah,
I get a lemon on it.
but I still get that brown sugar.
Yeah, the
brown sugar, oak, and then an orange lemon, whichever way. But it's giving me like an old fashioned vibe.
Yeah, it has a long finish too, because even I've been done for a couple minutes and I still get that warm hug.
Yeah.
All right, so tour up. I think we've went through a few slew of things.
Let me see that Aberlou. I'll give it a little bit of air.
Hey, so Turb says exactly less char, which is that's my first thought on it, honestly. But he said he gets a little leather to it. You get the leather note on it?
I'd have to try it again. I didn't get it. I personally like the small batch better because I like that char and that toffee butterscotch note. I'm a sucker for toffee butterscotch kind of thing, but I do really like this.
The fruitiness overtakes the char on this one.
100%.
Yeah, like
Yes.
and the other one, the small batch, the char level is higher than much more than the fruity. Like you get the, like you said, you get all the fruit on the nose,
Oh yeah.
and then it's gone.
I still really like this. I just know you guys prefer this over the small batch. I know you do. I didn't know about Chris. You prefer this over the small batch sample?
The single barrel?
Yeah.
I enjoy the charriness to it.
Okay.
Like I
So you
enjoy
like the small batch one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would still
It's-
buy this.
I would too. 100%.
Yeah, I would buy the
Yeah.
single barrel. I do prefer the small batch over the single barrel,
Yeah.
but man, who's to say 19,365 is it more charry? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Torup agrees, like there's definitely a lot less char on the
Oh, yeah.
on the single barrel as
Yeah.
opposed to the small batch.
Just making the point that we're all different. We all, some days we all align, but like you like the single barrel more. Tomorrow I could like the single barrel more, but today I like the sweet over the citrus.
He said it's a fruit cup like from 20 years ago. It's funny you say that because like fruit cups and like not Dawn soap, but Dow soap. Y'all remember Dow?
No.
There's the orange Dow soap. Every time I go into like a public restroom or something, it reminds me of my kindergarten class.
It's because it's
You know what I mean?
antibacterial.
It's just like that's what we use in kindergarten. So when I smell it, fruit cups too. That's what the point of that story was. Just full circle.
I could see the leather.
I'm still trying to pick it up. Like the aftertaste, I get a leather note. You know what I mean? But it doesn't hit the initial finish for me at all. Like it. Now that it's in my head, like I'm looking for it and I can get it faintly, but it's not my initial
Right.
taste.
This is like the fourth sip I've had, and the more I drink it, the more the citrus is going away. I'm starting to get like a dryness, and I'm getting an oiliness, and I'm relating that with leather.
The dryness
but it's not.
is up top, right, and the oiliness is in the back.
Yes.
That's what is happening.
I'm
to
getting
me right
the
now.
oiliness on the tip of my tongue and under my tongue, and I'm getting the dry on the back of my tongue and the roof of my mouth.
Torup, I'm dressing up like a unicorn next week, just to show all the allocation that we're getting.
What do you say?
He said $40 to $50 is a killer ride for the price. No need to chase allocate it.
I was, what you gave me the email for the channel, and I emailed Torup, and he gave me his account for the Only Drams, and I sent him a friend request, and I was looking through his collection. I was like, dang, Torp's got a good collection. And then he sent me a friend request back, and I was like, oh man, I'm curious what he's gonna think when he sees this.
Yeah, Brady, this is alright, but Brady's shit is on a whole other level.
Yeah, I am ashamed of myself every time I open the app. So the Only Drams thing was kind of a bad idea for me. But I guess it's the only way for me to keep track of everything.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to help me archive. Like this stuff I won't archive, but anything this side over.
It took me like about 5 hours to put everything in the app.
Yeah.
It took me a day. I sat down on a Saturday and just did that all day.
No.
Emily didn't yell out bottles to you
No,
to help.
my dad did.
Nice.
My dad, because like with picks, like a Russell's pick, it
Good
says
job, Pops.
it would say the Rick House. So I'd be like, all right, Russell's pick, and he'd say, all right, you got how many, and I'd add them all, and then he'd be like, all right, number 1 is this Rick House, and I'd type it in, and I was adding all the details and stuff, and then he was just reading me off shelf
You
by
didn't
shelf.
reference your Excel sheet.
I don't have an Excel sheet
I thought that you were keeping up with that.
of what my Excel
What
sheet
you
is
drink
what I
during the
drink.
week,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But I just put Russell's or New Riff.
I got you.
So I've been measuring. I need to go back and look at that though.
Torup, I'm the only one on that Dragon's Milk train. These guys haven't shown much interest into the Dragon's Milk.
What? I went to Buzzard's Roost 3 or 4 weeks
What do you know
ago.
about Dragon's Milk?
Me?
Yeah.
What do you know? Like every time I brought it up, y'all ain't even converse about it.
The beer?
You must have went on top of my head. So New Holland, after they do the Dragon's Milk, they put the bourbon back in the barrel at the beer, and it's called bourbon barrel beer.
Right.
They started
Beer barrel
making,
bourbon.
and they started making non-beer barrel bourbon too.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I went to Buzzard's Roost a few weeks ago, I sat at their bar. It's in downtown Louisville. Dude had a bottle of Dragon's Milk on the bar, and I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "This is the only non-Buzzard's Roost bottle." I'm like, "What's up with that?" And the guy's like, "Oh, I bought it off somebody a couple days ago," and I was like, "Can I try it?" He's like, "Oh, well, I don't know if that's legal or not." And the manager was like, "Dude, there's nobody here. Just pour it." And it was like their small batch, like 90 or 95 proof, but they pot still it. It tasted just like that Keeper's Heart, but if you watered it down to 90 proof.
Right.
It was pretty good, but it's expensive though. He said that the SRP was like $70 for it. It's a cool bottle, like it's got dragon scales on the bottom. It's really cool, but I would rather have the Keeper's Heart. It was really good though. It don't taste like a bourbon,
Yeah.
but they do a lot of finishes. They do like honey and maple and other
Yeah,
finishes, and that's blowing up.
I started talking about it last year when it dropped up, and y'all
Yeah.
didn't show no interest, so I just left it alone.
We can't get it. It's the
Yeah.
problem.
Well, we had it. I had a bottle up there forever.
He said the guy he got it from got it in Indy. He said like Indiana and Michigan are really the only
That's
places
where
to get
that's
the
where I
Dragon's
got
milk.
mine from was Indiana.
It might have been in
All
bottle.
the finished stuff is Michigan distillery only.
Yeah.
They're getting ready. They're getting ready to do a huge release next month for the Dragon's Milk. During that time, obviously, it is the allocation quarter, right? So it's unfortunate because there is a lot of Dragon's Milk out there that are coming out. Like I really want the honey finish. That's getting ready to drop next month, and we won't really be able to find it around in our local area.
We'll have to make a trip.
Tor,
All the way up to Holland.
I'm headed to Disneyland in about 3 weeks, man. You got any store suggestions around the Anaheim area or anything like that? Anything that I should be looking out specifically just on the West Coast? Because I won't have time to do no tours or nothing, but like obviously I'm at Disneyland for 10 days, so I'm looking to spend a couple of days, you know, kind of venturing out and seeing what's the offer around the area.
So what else you guys want to try? You want to crack the New Riff 8-year ride? You want to go to the Corbin Cache? How much time do you got, Sean?
I don't know. My watch is off. What
It's
time is it?
6:25.
Yeah, I still got at least an hour. Hour 45 minutes.
We can do the New Riff 8-year bourbon and rye if you want.
Oh damn! I thought
Were
we all under the impression that he was from California?
Yeah.
Tora?
No, because he's from Iowa. That's why he got the Cedar Ridges.
I understand the Iowa thing, but
It was blood. What's it called? From
Tater.
out west.
TH Tater. That's from Cali.
oh yeah, I got you.
That's why when you started to ask that question, I was like, I'll just let it ride.
Yeah, I was. That's my bad. Iowa, so let's go, Caitlin Clark.
Oh man, good thing Emily's got earbuds in.
She hates her.
She hates her just because it's it's the Tom Brady effect. You hear the name so much that you just eventually dislike them. She got that for her.
I don't feel that way.
I don't feel that way about her.
I think she's making a lot of. I mean, when was the last time a WNBA game sold out? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, she's doing a lot of good things for women's basketball. I always hated Tom Brady just because he beat Cincinnati's ass every 3 years that they played him, and that he just never lost. She's not never losing, but she's.
Side note: YouTube, everybody's beating the Bengals' ass this year.
Ouch.
Even them
Okay, the
Commanders.
The Colts suck too, bro.
Don't hate. We won. We got the same record as the Niners right now.
We've been to the playoffs and won a game though.
We won a game.
Yeah, Peyton Manning.
Torb say, yeah, Caitlin's stuff is everywhere here in every store. That's honestly, I mean, Iowa's not terribly too far away. If you ever come to the Derby, Torb, hit us up. We can show you the Kentucky Derby and some of our little local honey holes.
Next year is gonna be 51. Next year,
I put these dudes onto my honey holes. They don't put me onto their honey holes, Tora. Maybe we can work together.
I ain't got no honey holes.
well, I had one.
Tora said he don't do sports, just booze
And Bitcoin,
and
bro.
Bitcoin. Hi from Hazard, Kentucky. Alex
wow.
McKenzie.
That's my niece. What's up, Cha Cha?
Cha cha. Hello.
Oh man.
That's my sister niece.
I'll be cutting through soon for Smokey's fall season. Well, Tora, anytime that you come to Northern Kentucky,
Oh, snap. We ain't opened this one yet.
I know,
you're,
that's why I asked
you're
if it was
welcome at 3
going
different
on.
locations, Tora.
Oh.
Absolutely. Right? You got love from the Bourbon Jamaican, the Brady, and Chris. I guess.
Dropping nukes. He's going by government now. He said, Chris.
You want to pour these up?
See, that's your.
No, go ahead. I got to do 10 push-ups so I can try this
All right.
scotch.
Well, hold on. Let me get the
No,
camera
no,
footage
no, no,
ready.
no, 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 no. My form's not perfect.
That's okay.
I'm also fat. You gonna make fun of a fat man?
Torup, Torup, I need you when I count out 1, 2. Hold on, Brady, don't start. Torup, every time that I count a number, I need you to put it in the comments section. Run that comment section up. You ready? Here we go. Brady's at it. He's a little camera shot though. Okay. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mel Sweeney would be impressed.
Yes, he would.
Oh, I
Mel
thought you
Sweeney,
were proud of
Brady,
me.
you
I was
real?
proud of you.
Yeah, Mel came in the office. He was like, "Will you sponsor me?" He said he's all the way up to like what 70 now.
Alex.
Look,
said,
Emily's proud of me too. Em's like, "Man, he ain't got 10 in years."
I can't get it to
10
hold it.
push-ups or minutes, folks.
Oh my god, live on YouTube.
Sorry, Dad. Sorry, Mom. Tour said he thought he was in 2 times speed.
Hey.
Alex said he needs some more cards, bro, out there in the mountains.
All right, I
I'm
got
gonna
you.
step
next
away
time.
for a minute. I'm gonna go smoke, folks.
All right.
I'm eyeballing these. I ain't even using no measuring cup.
Wow. You'd be
still
yelling
going
at
to-
me right
You
now.
still going to soccer?
Yes.
Grab your
committed?
towel down there. You got it running all down the
Sure.
bottle.
We haven't drank nothing but
Grab your towel.
with my paper towel.
Damn, don't throw the bottle. All right, Abalor. 12 years, 80 proof. Damn.
You probably want to switch my sides while I do this so you can see the thingamajiggy. So I wish I had my phone. So my friend Mark Nicolay and I were talking the other day, and he brought up a good point. Like, you know, I think he was asking because we did like a bunch of toasted and barrel proof and foolproof, and you know there was a thing that was like trying to explain that barrel proof and foolproof is pretty much the same concept, almost like toasted and double oak is the same thing, which a lot of people wouldn't get, but it's I think
Sometimes that's the thing is it's such a loose term. There's no ball
Yeah.
to it. It's like 1792 foolproof isn't barrel proof.
right.
Foolproof technically is the proof it goes into the barrel. So Weller foolproof's always 114 because it goes in the barrel at 114. Same with your 1792. But then like Green River, they call their barrel strength foolproof.
Did
So-
you remember which one I poured in which one?
But bourbon's on the right. Your right row is bourbon, left row is
You sure?
yes. This was the rye.
Oh, so this how we have them. That's how they are.
Correct.
At least one of us paying attention.
It's got a really nice berry note on the nose of this scotch. If you want to try some, it's right there.
No, I'm good.
It's a little sour, which I wasn't expecting. Barrel proof blended, I guess, same percent. So that's like rare breed. Rare breed is barrel strength, but every bottle of rare breed's 116.8. Your Weller foolproof and your 1792 foolproof, they water it down to the barrel entry. Your Green River foolproof is barrel strength. They just, as I'm saying, there's just no wall to it. But technically, what I always heard was like distillers say foolproof is what it goes in the barrel.
Okay.
So that's why 1792 and Weller matches because they're both owned by, I almost said Campari. That's Wild Turkey. Sazerac.
So those will be the next two that we try. I stumbled up on the 8-year rye. We went and did the tasting, and we couldn't get the 8-year because it had just came out when we did our initial tour of New Riff. And then I went back a few weeks later, was able to pick up this year regular 8-year and then the sherry finish.
Yep.
And then today I walked into a little hole in the wall and they had that sitting on the counter. So
Torp said words used to have meaning.
yeah,
I definitely get the sherry on this, and I like it. What I was afraid of, and is what it is that it's 80 proof, so it's really watery to me. There's no
viscosity.
there's no viscosity, there's no oiliness. It's there and gone. It's a little dry, but most sherry finishes are.
Yeah.
It's not too dry though, so I like this. It's not something I would ever reach for though.
The sherry on here is heavy. It's almost like a red.
I definitely get like a berry note on the nose.
It's like
I
a
really,
red wine, like
yeah.
a grape, real grape,
Yeah.
red, like a sweet red.
Yeah. It doesn't taste as strong as it smells though. The nose is a lot better than it tastes. Yeah, I mean it's hits my tongue and it's a little chocolatey. I get like a little bit of like a sour fruit, and then it's gone. But same thing. I mean, you can tell it's a Scotch when it hits my tongue. You get that maltiness and that slight oiliness up front. Like it tastes like it almost tastes like it has an oil in it.
Yeah.
From the pot still, but it doesn't stick around.
Yeah, it was like almost kind of like what's the other one that we did that I said it kind of came and went, but like the initial taste was there.
Talking about the dark arts.
Yeah.
If this were 100 proof, I think it would be really good. But that's somebody that drinks barrel proof whiskey all the time.
Yeah, I'm not me. I do a lot of toasted and some of the high proof stuff like the Elijah Craig. Like sometimes those were like 130, 136, and I actually like those, but I think it's just dependent on how charred and how sweet it is. Because a lot of times, like even the Stag was 119, that was all right, but I think the Parker's, even though it was a rye,
Killer. 128 and it tastes like it's like 110.
man, that thing was amazing.
He said Aberlour does a cash strength, but after tasting that sherry, no thanks for me.
Yeah.
This at cash strength, I think would be good. But I can understand though, if you don't like sherry, you wouldn't like this. I mean, it's pretty sherry heavy, and it's funny too because like I really like sherry finishes. They're one of my favorite finishes, and like we had that Sagamore sherry finish at my house the one
Yeah.
time, and that's like one of the most dry sherry finishes I've ever had.
Yeah,
Like
I
I have one pour of that, and I got to drink a whole bottle of water afterwards. It's just so dry and draining.
Yeah, I like
Takes it out of you. It's,
so the Basil Hayden sherry is pretty good. The new riff, like I actually like
that new riff
lately-
sherry is fantastic.
I actually started getting into that Basil Hayden sherry here lately. Like I guess once it started getting kind of cooler outside, I started to getting a little bit more into the double oaks and the sherry finish. And then I think the ryes will start popping back up because it's almost old fashioned season. I like a good old fashioned once we get into like fall.
Your ryes are about to go away because summer's over.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, if you're still tuned in and watching, if you could hit that like button for us,
Yeah.
that's the quickest way to help support and grow the channel. If you're watching, shout out to Torup. If you're just tuning in, we got a couple new viewers, so we appreciate the love and the support of the channel. And I've had a good time today, gentlemen. It's been cool. It's been fun. It's
been a minute.
It's been enjoyable. Yeah, I haven't
Been a
been
while.
I haven't been on the channel in a couple weeks, and it's good to be back home, right? And it's good to meet up with the fellas again.
Always happy to have you here.
Sagamore is overrated.
Oh, boy.
Now hang on a minute. The sherry finishes. I got pick in the 8-year Sagamore that are unreal. They're some of the best ryes I've ever had.
Brady's more on that sherry finish than myself. We
gonna take these down.
typically do agree for the most part as far as what our taste buds are feeling that day, but the sherry finish, I haven't found one that's like, damn, I gotta have it, right?
You guys tend to like the maple, amburana, and honey finishes more than I do, and I like more of the wine finishes, the sherry, the cognac, armagnac, cabernet, stuff like that.
Tor said, when's the arm wrestling? Asking for a friend. Tor, stay tuned. We got a couple more tastings that we're gonna do. I know for sure we have at least one more. I'm hoping based off of conversations that me and Brady have had off stream.
We can definitely set that up.
And hopefully after that we can set up that arm wrestling for you.
Yeah. We got about
45.
About 45 minutes. So Chris, on the right is the bourbon, left is the rye.
Oh shit! Is this time right? No, we still got.
You said the left is the right?
Correct. So we'll do these. I'll pour the Corbin Cash. We'll take a small water break and we'll let that blind air out. I brought a blind for us.
We doing the blind too?
Yep. You ain't going to soccer.
I may butcher this, but I haven't personally tore up. I haven't tried it. I do have the overhaul cash strength coming in the mail.
Hold off on those. If you
I'm
want
in
to
the.
I should save the blind for another day.
I'm in the barreled and box program for
Save
Jim
the
Beam,
blind.
and they're sending me the 10-year overhaul,
We gotta save the
10-year cash drink that should be in the mail this week, and it doesn't come out until what's projected to be October. But he wants to know if we've tried to overhaul Mongolia.
No. The Monongahela.
I told you I was gonna kill it. I was gonna butcher that.
No, I haven't tried it. I heard it was pretty floral, so I know it's like $40, but I
Brady
didn't wanna
likes
take-
his flowers, folks.
no, I don't. I didn't want to take one sip and then just
Flowers and dill pickle. If you can get any of those things,
no.
Brady will drink
God
it.
no. My buddies always make fun of me because when we drink,
Are you going to the Wiener and Pickle Festival this weekend?
no.
I know Emily's now. We're headed to the Wiener Festival this weekend if you want to go. Wieners and pickles, baby.
Where's that at?
It's in Hebrew or Erlanger, one of the two. I don't know. I've been seeing signs. Me and Meg's going Saturday.
You going just to say you went to Wienerfest?
I want a glizzy, baby.
Glizzy.
Glizzy. That's what the young kids are calling it nowadays, right? My daughter said, "Dad, do you like them glizzies?"
I think
Cut
you got
the word
that
glizzy
backwards,
off.
man. This one smells.
I felt like the rye was on the right too.
The right, yeah.
I felt like
Did you swap them when
No,
you moved
I
them?
moved them. They were
I
like
haven't.
this, and
Then
I'm
the
like,
rye's on the left. I watched you
All right.
pour it.
All right. I think Brady's messing with us, yeah.
Okay. You'll know as soon as you taste it.
This smells like I did this smell like the rye.
Wickles and pickles are the best.
All right.
That's definitely the rye. I got dill on the left glass. That's rye.
I don't know.
Tor said he doesn't get the floral on that overhaul, by the way.
Emily, you got to quit messing with me. I'm trying to focus here.
He's talking about them wieners.
Shit.
That's definitely the bourbon.
Yeah.
Oh man. It's really chocolatey and I get that toffee. Mine, we blew through the first half of my bottle.
I get like a coffee finish on
I
it.
could see that.
A little bit of coffee on it.
Chocolate, toffee, cherry. I get those three notes every time I crack my new Riff 8.
That's great. I like how they have the mash bill on the back. So that's the straight bourbon is the mash bill is 65% corn, 30% rye, 5% malted barley, and then on the rye is 95% rye and 5% malted rye.
Everybody's copying that MGP rye mash bill, man.
Yeah.
Got to come up with something different. Everybody's 95.5 rye. Everybody. And if it doesn't say distilled by on the bottle, it's MGP.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to whoever's hitting that reaction button. Thank you. Wickles Pickles brand out of Alabama.
You guys try the rye yet?
Yeah, I just drank both of them. It's gonna be.
You gonna be what?
We ain't doing no blinds. I don't think I've got the capacity for a blind. You and Chris can do a blind.
You got the capacity for a blind.
You had the capacity to go get your hair done, but you ain't got the capacity to
It
go
ain't
drink.
done. I did it myself. I shaved and cleaned it up a little. It was looking rough.
It's done.
No, it's grown out like 3 inches. Look at it.
I understand, but
Oh,
You hear that,
shape
the shake pup,
up?
yeah.
I did it yesterday. I had the.
Don't mind Stephen A, folks.
It's getting there, isn't it?
We there,
Jesus
baby.
Christ. Look at it right here. It's thinning out on the sides.
What it? Your damn boots are starting to grow roots.
Yeah, it's starting to thin out. I probably need to go ahead and Michael Jordan it. Or MJ.
I'm about to go LeBron status on him. I'm gonna get that hairline.
the implants.
I'm gonna get it drawn on.
So, I'll go ahead and say it. I don't want to say it. I hate to say it. I like New Riff a lot, but this, I did not buy the 8-year when I tasted it at the distillery because I didn't like it. I was hoping I'd give it another chance, and I like it today, and I still don't like it.
Because
The
you're
old
like,
new riff is better than this, and that's at 6+ years. The old like old lady, right?
OL.
The old new riff rye, in my opinion, which is only rumored to be 6 years plus, is better than the 8-year.
The best rye New Riff makes is the malted rye. I know you're gonna say Balboa. I like the Balboa too. I'd take the Balboa over the 8-year rye.
I would agree. Like, I wasn't gonna go that far. I was gonna go with the old new riff just because of the age discrepancy there. But
The 8-year bourbon.
the Balboa rye is only rumored to be 4 years, right?
It is. Yeah, it's 4 years.
Yeah. So
The 8-year bourbon's
You
really
can-
good.
you can definitely tell a distinct difference in
Yeah.
the old new riff compared to the 4-year. Maybe that is a blind that we do in the future. We love new riff here.
We tried the old New Riff that night on that blind, and that's the night that I don't really remember. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying the old New Riffs again. But the 8-year I really like. I'm not the biggest fan of New Riffs bourbons, but this is definitely one. When I finish my bottle, I'll probably buy another because I really like the unique sweet and fruitiness of it. The 8-year rye, maybe it'll open up a little bit. When I got
It's a fresh
four,
crack. They're both fresh
I
cracks.
thought the old new riff rye was still better than the old new riff bourbon.
so
So maybe we compare both
Yeah.
of them like in separate blinds or something.
Sure.
I don't know.
when this 8-year rye came out, my dad and I went to the distillery the day after, and I got a pour of it, and the bartender told me that he liked the 8-year rye over the bourbon. And I remember getting better the more I drank it, but I get a dill note on it,
Yeah.
and it doesn't go away from me, and that kills it for me.
I thought.
During COVID, after I got COVID back in 2020, me and him went to a Bengals game, and he handed me a beer, and it was like one day after me being quarantined or whatever, and I'm drinking it, and I'm like, man, how old are these fucking beers? Like they're skunk. He's like, dude, I just bought these and put them in the fridge, put them in the cooler, right? And we're drinking it on the way, and I'm like, man, it tastes like pickle juice, and that's just the COVID messed up my taste buds. I couldn't brush my teeth, and I couldn't drink beer because all of it tasted like dill, and it was awful. You know what I mean? The beer was awful. It was terrible. I was like, man, it's skunked as hell. Tor wants us to pour up some more Cedar Ridge. We got a blind coming to you of something that Brady here went to the Bourbon Festival tour up and he was able to pick up some exclusive, spirits for us and to add to his collection, and we're gonna bring you one of those releases here in a minute. It's already kind of all over Whiskey Tube at this moment now, but we're fortunate enough to still be able to taste it.
As you're talking, it's like he's just like got this nervous look on his face, like I can't do this blind.
So again, Tora, like if that's something that you're interested in the future, you've showed us love from day one. You've been a contributing factor to the channel, and we appreciate it. So anytime that you're in Northern Kentucky, or you want to link up, or you want to come visit, and whatever that case may be,
Let us know.
All you got to do is hit us up.
We gotta send them back some samples.
Yeah, we also we have all your samples here now. So each of us, we got 2, 4, 6 total.
Oh yeah.
I think.
What bottles
Little-
that he sent us?
Yeah, little.
Yeah, something like that.
4. It should be 8.
It's either 6 or 8,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be.
Still.
Like we discussed last time, Torb. If there's something that you wanna sample or something, like our selection is yours. So just let us know. He's not gonna open up that 10-year Michter's though.
Brady
So
has
let
one
us know.
open.
Look how quick he is to throw him under the bus. You hear that, Tor? He said Brady got one.
Brady's
Yeah.
got
You
one
know what
open.
Brady don't got? Parker's, George C. Stagg.
Y'all killed that stag. That stag's about dead. I think
Hey,
That's next weekend.
in 2 weeks. Well,
Next week.
Coach from Call of Duty said Ice 101 or nothing, baby. Oh shit, Torb said he wants some of that Parker. Show him some.
Man, you got it.
You got it. Torb, I got me personally. You haven't seen my setup, but I guess Brady on the app has showed you his, and obviously you can see Sheldon's. I don't have nothing above me or Sheldon's head on that top level, but anything in the mid tier I'm kind of at, and my selection is your collection, right? Anything that you want, just let me know.
Yeah, I gotta
For
do
mine.
that. You gotta do that. You gotta do that. That's a drum. What's it called?
Only drum.
Only drams.
Only drams to get that. See your collection. But Brady will help me.
Ice, hey, Chris Owen, that Ice 101 that helped you pick up Jawan Jennings, didn't it? That helped you make that decision last week. That Ice 101.
Who picked him up in our league? I tried to get him this morning, but they ain't let me get him.
Tor, we are curious. Is that your book? Did you write that book, or is that just your Bible that you refer to people?
I'm not pouring a lot of this so that way we can do the blind without Sheldon getting mad.
I'm not doing the blind.
He said, I'm
You
not
have
reaching
to.
that 118 today.
Oh, I gotta.
What, 118 proof?
So Turb said that isn't. The Jamaican had that question, so like it's a Canadian that wrote that book.
8?
Me personally, I can't speak to these two guys on my left, but I would take the whole new riff over those 8 years.
You're right.
Both of them.
His
I'd have to
left.
try him again.
Huh?
I'd have to try him again.
I would take both of the old new riffs over both of those.
I don't know, that 8-year bourbon's really good.
It is, and the old new riff rye is better than the old new riff bourbon.
They're fresh cracks, guys. You gotta let them open up. Let them open up, and we can
I
compare
agree.
them.
We're
That'll be our
not
next-
saying that you bought shit. We're just saying, like, seriously.
No.
It's still a good bottle.
Let it
I'm just
be-
saying it's not for me. It
we
might
can do
open
that as
up.
our next live.
It
We'll
might
bust
open
these
up.
out, and we'll bust out the
A
old.
lot of stuff opens up. It'll probably open up.
Yeah.
It's no biggie. I could try the same thing tomorrow and not get Dill on it. No, hang on. This is my new riff.
Torb said
Those are both the Corbin cash.
Oh, that's for Chris.
yeah. So Chris gets one, you get one.
Okay.
This is still my new riff.
I was wondering.
Man, you trying to make me
Torb
something
said,
fucking
have we
funny.
ever tried any of the premium cash strength of Alberta Springs?
I've seen it. I haven't. Tried
I've heard really good things. I've never
Torb
had
said
it.
it's all maple, so good rye. To him personally, speaking of Canadian, right?
Yeah, that Alberta premium.
Right.
Yeah, SLB's been really talking that one up. Good Spirits has them all the time. They're like $80 or $90, I think.
Torb, I'm finishing up my new riff right now, and then we'll get into the Corbin calf.
Nope. I got one sip of my new riff as
You
well.
see that guy right there? That is Ashley's cousin-in-law's parents' neighbor. He's the guy that sings that song, "I'm Proud to Be an American."
Well, hold on, folks. Let's digest this family tree right here. Where Ashley's cousin's in-law's neighbor.
Parents.
I'm
neighbor.
proud to be an American. That's not.
Yeah.
All right.
And I wanna stand up.
We've sung that song many a times on 4th of July, drunk as hell, watching some fireworks.
So which one is this? The Cabin Cash?
Corbin Cash.
Corbin Cash.
Not Johnny.
Not Johnny.
It's Corbin.
Wasn't there one of them Disney kids?
Let me see
named
the bottle.
Want to take a sip first?
Does it have the notes on the side or anything?
No,
I don't want to do
Just
it.
don't show him the front.
Okay.
What?
I want you to try it before you.
Was it high proof?
No, no. It's over 100. So I know you're gonna taste it and you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, that's fire! That tastes like fire!"
It's
I'll
rum
talk
finish.
afterwards.
It's rum finish. I can smell it.
I'll talk afterwards.
It's rum finish. Rum.
I do have something to go into the whole fire comment though, but I wanted to drink it first.
Why y'all dude be like it? Ooh.
Torb said he just emailed us a picture from Sample King Dave.
Hold up.
Hey,
Hold it off your nose. This is another one where it smells hotter than it is.
even it still doesn't it doesn't smell as hot as that other one. What was that? The
The Keeper's Heart.
yeah.
I think it smells hotter than the Keeper's Heart. I put my nose in it too far. My eyes started watering on this
No,
one.
I feel like the Keeper's Heart was
I
hotter
don't
than
think
that.
I'm gonna like that one. That no.
You may not. That's why I just poured a little. This is the most unique rye I've ever tried. That's why I wanted to get a bottle of it when they released it. This is out of California. We don't get this in Kentucky. This is 100% rye as the mash bill.
I don't like this one. This one is hot.
So it grows rapidly in the cool weather and is naturally drought resistant.
It's like a pepper, like a peppermint patty.
Hold on, don't go too far.
I'm not a fan. I don't like that. The rye is very overpowering. I like rye.
It's 100% rye.
I know, but it's like that's too
What would
much
you
rye.
say? What would you say the proof point is?
It's probably by 126.
126. You already know, so
I know
I'm not
it
gonna
is.
ask you. Hold on, let me finish reading it and we'll get there.
160. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
How do you
It-
pronounce
it's
that
subtle.
last name, Brady?
Huh?
Souza?
Souza. David Souza. Yeah, it's a really cool story. The 21090 guys have been talking about it a lot. Basically, David Souza owns a sweet potato farm, and he also grows rye. So when he's not growing sweet potatoes, he grows rye, and they claim that he gets a sweetness from using the sweet potato soil, whatever. But he also makes sweet potato whiskey.
You
I
think
would
this-
love to try sweet potato whiskey.
You think this rye would have been a good matchup to that Jack?
No.
I think the Jack's better. I think that'll be a good matchup to the Little Book rye.
Do you?
Wait till you try it. You haven't even tried it yet.
I haven't, but from the proof point, that's why I'm asking about the Jack.
No. The profile's like the Little Book.
Okay. So
The Jack is a lot sweeter.
So this is what we're talking about, folks.
go down.
The Bourbon Jamaican still doesn't understand what the proof point is yet, so
Turn it sideways. Show them the tater sticker. I love the tater sticker. The 21090 guys do a good job on the tater stickers.
Yeah.
They also did a Corbin Cash bourbon pick that comes out at the end of October. They can't read it.
136.
136. 136 proof, and it's 9.5 years old.
I'll take it back. Like once it starts settling in, I actually like.
The more you drink it, the sweeter it
Yeah,
gets.
it's starting to like settle in, but that first initial sip was kind of like.
I don't want to say what I'm thinking until Chris tries it.
Torp said it reminds him of the Overholt.
I would agree with that.
Not the one that you tried though. I murdered the name, so I'm not gonna say it again.
Oh, the Monongahela?
Yeah.
I had to watch several videos to figure out how to pronounce that.
What did I say originally?
You said Mongolia.
like the country.
It's Monongahela.
Naga, yeah.
The
But they did a Corbin Cash bourbon pick too that comes out at the end of October. It's an 8-year. It's the first bourbon pick that Corbin Cash has ever done. Listen to this. It's gonna be 150 proof.
I want it.
I want it too.
Yeah, I want that.
Right.
Torb, I totally agree with you. Super sweet.
This
Doesn't drink to 136 at
no,
all.
don't drink 136.
It doesn't drink 136 at all. This is actually a very dangerous bottle.
So, you ever had Girl Scout cookie, the peppermint patties?
I don't like peppermint patties, bro.
This reminds me of peppermint patties.
The Girl Scout cookies?
Chocolate.
I don't get peppermint on
I
it.
don't get peppermint.
You don't get the peppermint? I get
No.
peppermint up front, and then it's like a chocolate cookie.
No, I don't get peppermint on it at all.
And the more I drink this, the more the finish gets to a tobacco for me.
It's like a pistachio kind of taste
What?
to me. I get like that pistachio, like that weird pistachio taste.
I don't eat enough pistachios to tell you what they taste like.
You ever had a pistachio?
It's years ago. It's not something I eat often at all.
I eat them every day at
I eat
work.
the ice cream.
If
I
you
eat
want some.
pistachio ice cream.
Nuts and bananas, baby.
Yeah.
You know about the bananas.
It's a little herbal up front.
Yeah.
And the guys are looking a bit of licorice.
I
It's like
got
a
it.
licorice.
I'm trying to stay professional. Yes, black licorice.
Yes, that's what it has. That black.
So it's
licorice.
herbally, then it's like a black licorice, and then I get this really nice like brown sugar caramel on the back end. And I really like it. I don't know if it's in my head just because they keep talking.
I don't get the brown sugar.
I don't know if it's in my head because it says sweet potatoes on the label, but like the toppings, if you went to Texas Roadhouse and you got a loaded baked sweet potato, I get that caramel drizzle with
With the
the
marshmallow on top.
with the marshmallow and the brown sugar. I get that on the finish of this, but it's very herbal up front and black licorice kind of thing.
At 136, bro, I'm coming in at like 110, maybe.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Maybe.
But I would.
I don't think it drinks that. It isn't ripe for it at all.
To me, it probably drinks about 125 to me. It doesn't drink 136. I agree with you. I mean, it's
Nah,
scary.
I'm at like the 110 range.
But I love the uniqueness of it. The little white tack strip on the front's cool. It's got a chip in it. You tap your phone.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did it. You tap your phone to it and immediately opens up the website, and it's a picture of the 21090 guys like hugging the master distiller. And you put in your email, and then it says, "Thank you for opening your bottle." And then you go back through your email when you finish the bottle and log back in and let them know you finished it. So it tells them how long it took you to finish it, how many bottles you went through, stuff like
Wow,
that.
that's kind of cool.
It is cool.
That's unique, right?
Yeah.
Every distillery that, like we've discussed in previous episodes, right? Everyone is trying to stick out different and
Yes.
try to throw their whole uniqueness on each thing. And that's the Corbin Cash is the first one I've seen to do something to that extent, right?
I appreciate that they make their own stuff. They're out of California. I thought it was going to be sourced when I first started listening to their review of Corbin Cash. And then I find out they make their own stuff. And I watched their video that they do when they pick the barrel is really cool. It's like a half an hour. And they give you a whole tour of the facility and like shows you them tasting the whiskey straight from the barrel and talking it through about what picks they like and what they don't like. The bourbon pick that's about to come out and this rye pick, both he wrote sold on the barrel because he was going to keep them for himself, the master distiller. And when they showed up, he said, "Here, I'll sample you guys these. These are my favorites." And they said, "What does it take to get these barrels?" And he
George
ended up
said
selling-
the star noosh is just a faint jab with a brownie walnut left hook. George, does yours drink to 123? And he also put a friendly reminder in Bourbon Jamaican, don't forget water.
Yes. Good idea.
No, honestly, like, I don't.
That's starting to.
It's
grow on
hard.
me.
It's hard to knock me off that Balboa rye.
It
You know,
reminds me of it though.
it does remind me of it, but because of the higher proof point, I feel like I may be more on the Corbin Cash than I am the Balboa rye. But for y'all that are tuning in, like, I've been on a new riff kick for a long time, but like the Balboa rye itself is what put me on the ride. And then of course I had the Michter's barrel, the barrel rye, toasted barrel rye, and there hasn't been many ryes that have been comparable in my world.
Parker's Heritage 10-year rye.
No, I mean even then I would still spend the value on the Michter's over the Parkers. Like obviously if I could get a Parker's at MSRP, I'm gonna grab it, right? But like as far as you're more comparable to being able to purchase a Michter's toasted barrel rye as opposed to finding a Parker's, right?
I waited. 10 years.
How easy is the Corbin Cash to find? Like I don't know too much about it, so
I've never seen it. That's why when they said they were going to do the pick and I watched the video of them doing the pick and talking about it, I was like, I need to get it.
who was the one doing the pick again?
It's called 21090. The number 2 and then TEN and then the number 90. They do stout. They do
this is
stout
a
beer.
YouTube?
Yes. It's a YouTube channel. They do like dark beers and they do bourbon, rye, and so they started doing wine. But they do a short every single day and they do a live stream once a week.
So you got this bought off of theirs?
Yes. I signed up for their Patreon. I got 2. I got a backup if anybody wants the backup. And then the bourbon comes out at the end of October. It's 150 proof, 8-year.
So what's the cash point there?
This was, I think after tax, it was like 140.
Okay. So y'all heard it. Go ahead and shout them out again. What's the YouTube channel?
21090.
So 21090 guys. If you want to try that Corbin Cash, you can get on there. I'm assuming their Patreon.
Yep. Yeah. I just signed up for their Patreon. They got a lot of open spots. They're really cool guys though.
So yeah, check them out, and I'm honestly pretty impressed with it. Like
I'm really excited for the bourbon. They blinded some of their patrons the bourbon, and they all said it drank like it was like under 130 proof, and it's 150. So I'm really pumped for that one to come out.
so Corbin and Cash obviously is trying to extend their brand through their proof point, right?
Yep, they have this is their Merced Rye is what they call it. It's 100% rye. They have a small batch barrel strength that's called 1917 Merced Rye. It won an award at San Francisco last year. That's what put them on the map.
So they're obviously experimenting with the hazmat of it, right? So I'm also very curious to what their bourbon's going to taste like at 150 proof. I'm actually
It's hot.
what is the limit for legal
One
distribution?
One per customer.
What do you mean for like
What's the proof point set at? Is it
for them to ship it?
to
100.
sell?
It's 140. I think.
Oh, to sell, they can sell it to anything. It doesn't matter.
So-
Bourbon, as long
So
as
you boys back in Virginia,
As long as
doing the moonshine sticks.
the
We
Gotta
can
step
get
your
on the
game up.
map, baby.
well, like they tell you in the tours, the rules for bourbon are it has to come off the still at 160 or less, and it has to go in the barrel at 125 or less.
So we
If
can't
they
sell
come- if they put
anything
it-
above a buck, 160, right?
And if it comes off the still at that, yeah.
Yeah.
So if it goes in the barrel at 125, it can come out 180, and it's still bourbon. That's just not going to happen.
Right.
never
That's
see
what
that.
I was. I've never.
It's
seen,
incredible. He put it in at 125. I'm
I've
assuming.
never seen anything above 150 that I
Right.
can buy.
Right.
You know, what I mean, in the store. So that's why I asked the question. It's
That's
not-
incredible, though. Like
It's not that I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like obviously there's different things. Franklin County, Virginia is the moonshine capital of the world. I've tried various of varieties of moonshine that literally came out the mountains. You know what I mean? And those are 150 above for the most part. And there's the highest proof bourbon I've ever drank is 141. And so that's why I was curious, you know.
it's fascinating that it goes in the barrel in over 8 years and went up 25 proof. Like that's a lot.
I've never been able to purchase or own a hazmat at all. Brady and myself, we supported a local channel here in Northern Kentucky, and you know he listened to some of the comments and stuff like that, and I was an advocate for a higher proof, better, right? If it drinks higher, it drinks, or if it comes in higher, it drinks better. That's not my philosophy on everything, right? That isn't truly how I feel about everything. Just the higher proof doesn't make the bourbon better or the rye better or anything like that. I do feel like that. My ideal proof point is probably around the 115 to 130 range. Is how I like my bourbon personally. I'm down to do whatever. I think that we should drink the rye separately.
We can just do it, not blind.
Okay.
We'll do the rye first. Yeah.
So Brady threw this up there. If you don't know who the Bourbon Chronicles are, please go show some support to that channel there. They didn't have it clear, I hope. No Everclear, bruh. So back to the Bourbon Chronicles. If you haven't heard of the Bourbon Chronicles or you haven't checked out their channel on YouTube, go show them some love. You can kind of see the varieties of bourbon that is available in Northern Kentucky.
They do a lot of hunting videos.
They do a lot of hunting videos. They do a lot of individual interviews of the Bourbon Chronicles Patreon, I will call it, and it's a fun channel. You can kind of see what a lot of Northern Kentucky has going on and what they have to offer to the world. And you know, a lot of people spend their vacation time coming to Kentucky to hunt for bourbon, right? And ironically enough, like, we don't have the best prices in the world.
Of each.
Even though we're the bourbon capital of the world, like,
Pour.
honestly, you would think that we would be getting MSRP all day. We don't get MSRP all day.
I'm pouring myself a tiny bit.
A lot of us in Kentucky will hit up to Ohio and try to purchase bottles because Ohio is state regulated. They offer the bottles at MSRP, and you know that's where we kind of go. When is Single Barrel Saturday?
It's always
coming
in
up?
December. I don't know when.
We went in December.
Yeah.
I felt like it was pretty warm
No. It was
when
December.
we went.
I remember. I was wearing gloves.
Emily had the fucking
The hand
hand
warmers.
warmers and,
I was
and the
wearing
blankets,
gloves.
but
Whose is this?
Those are Chris's three. Hang on, don't be messing up my order now.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna put them. However you do them, I'm gonna put them in that order.
So rye, the blend. So that's your.
Coach, give me about 4 minutes, 5 minutes. I'm gonna jump on the PS4, PS5.
Did I not? Chris, you only got one.
I only have one, bro.
Smell it. Does it smell like a rye?
The first one. That's the first one.
No,
So first, second.
Does it smell like the one you have?
I haven't gone back to mine since March. But no, it's not rye forward by no means.
Okay. Let me see your glass. I'll be able. Chris.
The bloody said, "Look at all the good juice on the table." Torb said, "Jack Daniels small batch." Nah,
That's
fucking
right.
that up. JDSBSBP. Does that make sense? You
Say it again.
listening?
JD
JDSBSP
barrel proof rye
barrel strength.
store pick SP.
Oh
store
yeah,
pick.
store pick.
So
So yeah, so this is the Bourbon Chronicles, man.
Yeah. So
They picked their own barrel. They had a bunch of so basically
grab one more glass.
they started a GoFundMe for their channel, and a bunch of the people that are in the community all chipped in, and obviously he set the prices: 1 bottle X amount, 2 bottles X amount, 3 bottles X amount, and so forth. And me and Brady pitched in and contributed to his bottle share or barrel share, and the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye is coming in at 134.7. Most of the store bought bottles are coming in at like 129.1. So I commented on one of his videos prior to picking the selection, and I told him I've tried the Jack Daniel's rye previously, and I've really enjoyed the higher proof as opposed to the 128s and 129s, and it's been pretty good.
The
Torb said he has a sample of 131.9. Well, Torb, now you have a sample of 134.7, brother.
the Jack Daniels pick we were really interested in because surprisingly in Northern Kentucky I have never seen a Jack
Hey.
Daniels.
What you laughing about in there?
I've never seen a Jack Daniels bourbon or rye barrel proof pick ever. So when he said that, I didn't have to pay shipping either because he literally lives 20 minutes from me. So I literally just got a bottle for $70 flat. Didn't have to pay shipping. That was after tax and everything. I was like, damn, that's a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
So I went and picked them up. He even had extras. So the Bourbon Jamaican got one too. That's sitting on the shelf.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah, sitting on the shelf, never to be opened. I've already had like 2 ounces out of mine. But it's,
Yeah, I'll be opening mine soon too.
it's really good, and I would love to get a bourbon pick. I tried this next to just a shelf Jack Daniel's bourbon, barrel proof, and it was like 130 proof. And this is the best Jack Rye I've ever had, but it's still lost to the shelf bottle of the bourbon.
Wow.
I would love to get a pick of the Jack bourbon, Tennessee whiskey, whatever. It's bourbon. Whether you call it bourbon or not, it's bourbon.
It's not from Kentucky, so it's not bourbon.
If it's made in the U.S., it's bourbon. Cedar Ridge is bourbon. It's from Iowa.
It's a whiskey with an E, not a Y.
Okay. All right. So the very first pour is going to be the Little Book Rye.
And that's from
So,
RF.
hey,
Right.
Torb did say he loves their rye.
Jack.
Yes. But he said, dudes, we got a $55 Jack Daniel's store pick barrel proof bourbon. It's killer. I'll snag an extra for you.
That would be awesome.
Torb, if you want to email us your Venmo,
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and take care of that prior to you being able to snag that bottle for us. We'll definitely support that.
Hell
We all three of us want it. So, so if you can snag it, we'll Venmo you. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Let me go use the
The ladies'
restroom.
room.
Something else that's really cool is I'm going a lot of the life this weekend in Louisville. They're
Are you
ran by
hanging out with Philip Short?
No.
Oh, okay.
They're ran by the same people that do Bourbon and Beyond. Well, Bourbon and Beyond does
Is
picks.
that funny?
So I had heard recently that all the Kroger's local to Louisville, where the festival is, have a Jack Bourbon pick that says Lighter Than Life and Bourbon and Beyond on it. So I'm gonna try to get one tomorrow, and that would be my first ever bourbon pick. But weeks now, I'm assuming they're gonna be gone. So Torp, that would be awesome. We
Well,
really
you never
appreciate
know. Like
that.
a lot of the people that's going to Bourbon and Beyond, some of them are bourbon enthusiasts, but I think some of them are more like just
For the music.
yeah, punk rock.
Yeah, the Bourbon and Beyond music is more pop and country. It's like pop. They do 1 day pop, 2 days country, and they'll do 1 day of like a soft rock where Louder Than Life is just yeah.
Enjoy your MGK.
He ain't going this year, and I did enjoy it.
He was good.
He was good. I like MGK.
He's gay. I couldn't say that too loud.
Catching up on the damn group chat.
Yeah, I got some time.
You need a water? Go grab one. You ain't gonna be.
Yeah, it's in cutoff mode. Or go upstairs if you got a cup. Go upstairs and hit
She's gonna make me bring her one. That's fine.
the one that you had in there is probably the coldest one. These aren't super cold.
That's fine. Damn, that is cold.
Yeah, because it had ice in it for like a week.
Here you are, my angel.
So he's trying to get brownie points.
Got to restock my water too.
Yeah.
So real quick, while I'm standing up, let's get proofs. Your Little Bug Infinite is 119.3. The little book that we tried from last year that Chris has is 118.1, and the rye is 118.2.
I think the one I have is from like 2020 or 2019.
You have one of the old little books. So we'll start with the rye. This is the one that just came out a few months ago. We did a review on it. We weren't a big fan of it when we reviewed it. Now, I gotta say though, we reviewed it on a fresh crack. Everyone else that's reviewed it's really liked it. I went back to it, obviously. I don't think it's as bad as when we reviewed it.
I got time. We good?
I guess.
We got time.
You good?
Yeah, I'm about to cancel. I'm not going nowhere after this.
Oh, here we
Pour
go.
more! Pour more!
That's fine.
That's fine.
I need to send out a text shortly though.
Hey, come here real quick.
All right. I'll scoot down, see what the chat's saying. Torp. Email sent, already got a backup. That's awesome. I remember, I'm gonna put these down. This is driving me crazy. I remember when I was first getting into bourbon, SLB was recommending that like the first barrel proof bourbon that you should try was Jack. And I remember buying a bottle of it and it was like 129 proof. And I hated it. It took everything I had to drink that bottle. And then, hell, after the next year or two, I just like Elijah Craig barrel proof and Booker's became like my favorites. And then I bought another of the Jack Daniels to give it a chance, and I love it. That Jack, like I said earlier, just a shelf Jack Daniels barrel proof. I think mine's like 129 or 131. It's just great. Growing up, JD was crack. Bean and turkey was so good, but these Jack Bottom and Bond Plus are great. I've never had the bonded bourbon or rye or the triple mash. That those are ones that have been on my list. I like cheap bottles. I like to try shelfers, especially new shelfers and stuff like that. But I end up finding that I end up mixing them most of the time, or they just sit around. So I'm trying to stay away from that, go more towards the allocated, and keep the bottle count down. But you saw from the only dreams, the bottle count is not low at all. Triple mash, all strawberry, so good. I've heard really mixed reviews on the triple mash. I've always heard it's a love it or hate it bottle. But yeah, I mean, like you said, Beam and Turkey were really good. JD was crap. JD's really killing it recently. They did the Coy Hill drop today at trying to think of, I was gonna say the city. I can't remember where it's at. Probably says it on the bottle here. Lynchburg. Down in Lynchburg at Jack Daniels, they did the Coy Hill drop this morning. I heard it was crazy. If you weren't there by midnight, you didn't get a bottle of Coy Hill. And people are already posting them for sale for like 600 and 650 is what I saw them earlier today. Do you do an infinity bottle? I do have an infinity bottle. I have written down what's in it, but not the amounts of each. So I thought about that. I know there's an app that you can download and say I'm putting 1 ounce in this bottle, whatever. But I made an infinity bottle. I filled a 375 like a year or two ago, and I've never opened it to try it. I've been too afraid to try it. I'll hit a kid for a Coy Hill. I have never had Coy Hill. That is one that's been on my list for a long time. We have Liquor Barn. Liquor Barn owns Evergreen. Evergreen all through Louisville has bars with discount pours. I've tried King of Kentucky, Georgia T. Stagg, William LaRue Weller. I have never had a Coy Hill. That is one that's been on my list for a really long time. And I want to try to get a bottle this year, but I'm not paying $6.50. There's not a chance. My infinity bottle's a little of anything like pour bourbon in it for the homies. Yeah, mine has some stuff that I don't like and some shelfer stuff. Anything that like is my favorite, I don't end up putting in the infinity bottle because I'm gonna drink it. If I pour like a glass of like Bardstown Bourbon Company Origin Series, that's in there. If I pour like an ounce of it and I drink half of it, I'm like, I don't really want the other half. I just want to eat dinner and go to bed. I'll pour that half an ounce in the infinity bottle. That's what I did with it for the longest time. Just if I poured something I wasn't a big fan of it, or I didn't feel like finishing my glass, it went in there. But nothing like great went in there. The most like expensive bottle in there is Caribou Crossing, and I don't like it. That's part of the reason I've not tried it. Just a milliliter drop of everything, give it back to the mass, like sourdough bread. Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of Infinity, just to give a little bit of a preview, if y'all haven't heard, this Little Book Infinite with the black label. So Little Book's normally a white label, and it normally has 2 ribbons on it. The Infinite is a black label with 3 ribbons on it. And this is batch 1. This is the first time they've ever released it. It's 119 proof. It's got Jim Beam from 7 year all the way to 20 year. So they have Jim Beam that's 7 and 8 years distilled by Freddie, and then there's a 14 or 15 year distilled by Fred, and then a 20 year distilled by Booker that are all in this blend. And this is meant to be the foundation. So they made this blend, they bottled a large portion of it, like 80 or 90% of it. They left the rest of that, and the next year they're going to add to it, and it's going to be a giant infinity blend. So every year, the blend is going to change, the proof will change, the average age will change. You'll hear when these guys get back in here, though. My complaint about it is $200. If you haven't seen a review yet, a lot of people have done reviews on this. I heard mixed things. Some people say it's really good. Some people said it wasn't worth it. I love Jim Beam. The Booker's Reserves, I got one, in the first hour of Bourbon Fest, and it sold out quick. So I had a chance to get this, and I thought I'm gonna get it because if I miss out, I'm gonna be upset. And I'm not the biggest fan of the first 2 ounces I've had out of the bottle, but now that it's been airing out for 2 or 3 weeks, I'm curious how it's changed and what these guys think of it. So funny, people chase caribou. Yeah, it's hilarious. The bottle's really cool. Bottle, bag, box, beautiful. It's like $20 whiskey in an $80 bottle. It's terrible. Still want to try the Old Elk Infinity. Yeah, Old Elk, I've only had the wheated, and then my buddy has the double wheat that's really good. I've never had the Infinity or any other finishes. I heard the cigar blend was really good. And yes, it is cool AF. It's a really cool concept, but this was 200, 7 to 20 year. They don't tell you how much 20 years in it. Booker's Reserves came out at the same time. It was 8 to 14 year, and it's like 7 proof higher. And that Booker's Reserves is so good. We haven't got to do a review on anything I got back from Bourbon Fest yet, but that Booker's Reserves is one of the best things I've ever had from Jim Beam. And this little book isn't bad by any means, but it's a $100 whiskey that they're charging $200 for, in my opinion, just because it's got $20 or 20-year juice in it. Caribou is R&R Reserve and a fancier bottle. I got a store pick of it just because I'd never had it before, and it was one of the best prices I'd seen on it. So I got it to put it on the shelf. Every time people stop in the bar, they're like, "Man, that's a cool bottle. I want to try that." And I'm like, "I'll gladly pour you that." All my buddies were in town last week, and I was like, "Oh, you guys never had Caribou? Here, let me pour you some." Because I don't like it. They try it and they're like, "Yeah, we don't like this," and I'm like, "Yeah, no. Now you know for the future." Only had the Apprentice batch. You gotta have more Bookers than that, man. That Springfield is unreal. We've all loved that Springfield batch.
And Springfield's fire.
Turret.
Y'all good? Y'all ready for this?
It's funny because out of the whole lineup, the Apprentice batch was my wife's favorite, and these guys over here was like, nah. Then we did a blind, and the Apprentice batch finished second.
So now we know we got to send Tor a Booker's, probably a Springfield. Sample some Springfield. We got to send him some Jack. We'll keep making a list.
We got to send them the Parkers.
Yeah.
The Parkers. So we know 3 things we got to send Tor so far.
Oh, I got a book down here. I got a book for our list, so we got to start jotting it down.
You need me to jot it down? You
Yeah.
sound like you're not in great shape.
No, I'm probably gonna have to call and tell him I'm not coming to supper tonight. So,
You already said that.
yeah.
The Turret said you ain't even got to send the Parkers. He'll come and enjoy it here.
Come on.
Hell
let us
yeah.
know. Let us know. Let us know when you're ready to ride out.
All right. So Glass 1 is the new little book, batch 8, that came out this year. So this is the one that is 4 to 10 year rye, and then has a 18-year bourbon in it.
And they're blind, right?
No.
We're blinded? No.
So I think
They're all completely different anyway. I am. I took them down because you can't really see Chris.
I can't really see me. It should be good.
Yeah, we're alright.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
cool.
I'm split in the middle.
Sweet. Look at that. So yeah, Glass 1, it's 118.2. It's got that 18-year old granddad in it, and then the rest is rye. We weren't big fans on this at the start, hoping we like it a little more this time.
Yeah, it smells a little sweeter this time. It opened up a bit. And what proof is this coming in?
118.
Hey, if you guys are just tuning in or just hopping in to hop out, before you leave or anything like that, if you could hit that light. Turb said he travels with the wife and 9 dog and their precious.
He must have got doodles. Not doodles. What the one? Wieners. He must have got some wieners.
Hey man, here in Northern Kentucky, we race them wiener dogs.
This is a lot better than I remember.
What are all these at MSRP?
So the first two, the two little books with the white label, those are about 140 to 150.
Or
Yeah.
200, depending on where you go find them.
Right, and the Infinite, the SRP is 200. That's the last one. So that's the one that just came out. We're gonna do that one last.
Tora decided to put in there, it's 1 9-pound dog, not 9 dogs.
He's got him a purse Yorkie, one of these little Yorkies.
What are you doing down there?
Sniffing.
Are you drinking glass 3?
Glass 1.
Looked like it was a glass.
It looked like it was glass 3. I was like, man, he's skipping right to the Infinite.
Let's slide it down a little bit.
Yeah, I don't give a F about the little book. Let's go to the. Nah. I've been looking forward to the Infinite though.
This has like a really nice cherry on
Yeah,
it.
it's very rye though. I'm looking forward to that reserves.
Oh, the Chris, they announced the old Overholt this morning. So the 10 you got coming in the box is last year's. The one it dropped today. So they dropped an 11-year and it's 107 proof. Old Overholt.
So that's the Bakers.
So basically, I got screwed on the box.
Yeah, they're sending you the one from last
Not only
year.
did I get
screwed up.
last year's Overholt, but I'm also getting the Path Not Taken.
Which is the one we're drinking right now.
Right.
I like it though. I like it a lot now that it's opened up.
We should get that Infinity in the box.
You should.
You know
That Booker's
what?
Reserve should
Not
be in
only-
your box too. You
not only-
should get the allocated.
Not only that though, like they canceled a whole quarter release in the little book. Like the Makers barrel and box that they do, they got one for each quarter. Jim Beam said F it and we're gonna send you what we wanna send you. And it's unfortunate, like, because the last like the fall months is the best barrel and box, right? You get the Path Not Taken from the little book and you also get the Overholt 10-year. And it's unfortunate that little book is gonna extend it to put out what they want, and you know the barrel and box people get whatever they decide to send you. Maker's box is definitely on a higher part. Are you getting the seller's age out of the box?
Maybe.
It's undecided.
It's in the box.
It is. So that's coming in what, in winter?
3 weeks.
Nice. So they just shipped my barreled and boxed out this month for the fall edition, and it's the Overholt 10-year cash drink and the Path Not Taken.
I just opened Facebook. Sorry, I got distracted, and somebody posted more Coy Hill. I was talking about the Coy Hill to Torp while you guys are gone. He said I'd smack a kid for some Coy Hill Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I honestly, that's one of the bottles that I'm after. I'm also after the Cellar Age. Those are our 2 bottles that I've been
I'm telling you, man,
wanting.
you're gonna be disappointed with the cellar aged.
I think
I've been
23
trying
was
to
the
tell you.
best one.
23 was better than 24, and it still wasn't great. Would I buy it at 150? Sure, but it was reselling for like 4 or 5.
Right.
It ain't worth more than 150. My dad just texted me, and it's a good point. I was gonna mention this. Jim Beam posted on Facebook 2 hours ago that on Friday they're releasing Old Granddad 16-year. So Friday morning I will be at Jim Beam.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, here's a picture. It's really cool,
Oh damn.
but it's bottled in bond. So Old Granddad 114 is my favorite. So they're
Right.
adding 12 years to it, and they're taking 14 proof off of it. Just
No, they
lame.
take it off 4 proof. If it's 110, oh well, bottle and bond's 100 proof.
Yeah.
So glass number 2.
So glass 2 is last year's. That's the one that Chris got and let us try, and I really liked it, so I went out and got one. This is the one that is a blend of bourbon. It's one piece of every release.
Right.
So it's got rye, bourbon, single malt, everything in it. This is Little Book 7. So this is 118 proof also. This one it's got a 5-year single malt finished in an applewood smoked barrel. Every time I smell this, I get smoked apples, and I really like that nose.
Nice.
So, what's the price point on that OG D16?
It's a good question.
What research? Brady's looking that up for you now, Bloody. Torb said, Dave said he's got a 16-year-old old granddad coming, and he was unaware that it existed. Torb, I'm in the same boat. I didn't know that they were coming out with an OGD 16 either.
Supposedly, it's 180.
$180 for the 16. That's a far difference between the old regular granddad 114, right?
So the Hardins Creek Jacob's Well that we did, where Sheldon accidentally deleted the video, where we did the 184 month versus the 211
Yeah.
month. So the 211 month is 17 and a half years, and that was 109 proof, and that one was 200. So it's $20 cheaper, a year younger, and 9 proof lower, which I think is reasonable. The bottle's cool. I love that yellow ribbon on it. I'm a sucker for
The yellow
label. But
Yalla.
so what do you guys think of glass 2?
Amarillo.
Sheldon's just shooting them tonight. He
Yeah.
said, I ain't going to soccer. It don't matter how much.
Yeah, I'm going to bed early today.
This one, to me, the more this opens up, the better it gets.
Torb, I don't know anything about the old granddad 114 being discontinued. I
It's fake
haven't.
news.
Yeah, I haven't. I've seen different articles about it, but I haven't seen anything official saying that it's going to be discontinued.
A couple of YouTubers did videos saying that they heard it was being discontinued.
Torb, if you're concerned about it being discontinued and you not being able to get your hands on it or whatever, just let us know. But like,
Hell, Uncorked.
we can. Yeah,
I was there last week. They got 3 pallets of it still sitting there.
yeah,
when you
we
walk
can.
in.
We can go grab a old granddad 114 for you at
Yeah.
any given time.
That's
Yeah.
my thing. Is I don't think it's going anywhere, and even if it is, there's enough to last a few more months here in Kentucky.
I feel
There's
like
so much. of it.
Yeah, I feel like that the whiskey tube put old granddad out there in the world, right, and got it all hyped up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you may not be able to get it locally or whatever, but like here, you can get the 114 at any given time.
$20.
You know what's funny is like we put the old 114 into slushy mix for the Derby. We drank 114 slushies for the Derby, so like we can get it pretty frequently.
I still haven't had the old granddad bonded. It's the same price as the 114.
Torb's
so
saying that he can still get it at $28, and he's got 3. So
I'd still pay it. I think it's still worth 28. But yeah, I was at Costco today, $19.99. Uncork's got those 3 pallets. It's like $20.99. It's $1 more. It's pretty easy to find, pretty cheap.
I hope you're wrong, Torb. I really do. You said that the old granddad is the same as the Overholt 10-year.
I think so.
What do you mean?
The one that they just came out with, no matter what
The
side of
Overholt
Kroger.
10-year cash drink.
What do you mean it's the same?
That's what he's saying. It's the same bottle.
Oh, yeah, it's the same bottle shade.
It's the same bottle, but is the juice the same?
No.
I assume that he was comparing the juices,
Yeah.
not the bottle.
No.
No, it's different.
It's the same exact bottle.
Yeah.
Old Overholt's the rye. So the Old Overholt 10-year is the same as Old Granddad 114, and then the Old Granddad 16 will be in that same stubby bottle. I like that bottle though; it's a classic. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you got one sitting in the back.
JP Harold, thank you for tuning in and commenting on the channel. We appreciate that. If you get to like, If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button.
And
JP threw out there that he heard that the actual discontinuing of Old Tube, not OG.
Old Tub.
What did I say, Tube? I
Yeah.
that didn't
I
last
saw
long.
it.
I felt like
the
I
Old
got that
Tub
during
and not the
COVID.
OG 114.
I got the old tub during COVID, and I actually enjoyed it. It was pretty good. It was a mixer, but
Yeah,
I
so
did enjoy
He
it.
said, Torb said he's got to get a backup then. The
I did hear that one as well. And
the
when
old
I-
Overhold 10-year is really good, Bloody. I would agree.
it is good. When
Yeah.
we went to Jim Beam last month for that big thing, I was gonna say release. It wasn't a release. The big tasting thing that they did, the anniversary event.
Yeah.
They had Old Tub in the gift shop, but they were only in 375 milliliter bottles. And after, like the day after, I saw a video where in the same video they said Old Granddad and Old Tub are being discontinued. The Old Tub, I believe, because it used to be everywhere. Now I can't even find a 750 milliliter
Yeah.
bottle of it. They're all 375s.
Right.
So I think they're making more bottles of it because they've cut it off.
Right.
The Old Granddad 114, I don't think it's going anywhere.
I don't think so either.
I've never liked Old Tub though. Old Tub I think sucks.
It's too bourbon friendly, right? The Old Granddad, not the Old Tub.
Old Tub's $14 for a reason.
Yeah.
Tastes like
So did you, Torb? Did
It's a
you
good
see
mixture.
that? Did you see the new release that is coming out of the Bowman distillery? I'm just curious.
you guys ready to move to the infinite?
Yeah.
I'm really curious what you guys have to think about this.
Sweet on
You see, just for you viewers out there that's been paying attention since the beginning of this live video, you see how Brady set us up?
those.
What?
We've been drinking, and now we here at the Infinities. Like, what y'all got? You know.
I didn't want to do this last. I originally was thinking we would do this as a video and then do a live stream after we recorded this. And Sheldon was like, "No, we got to do a live stream tonight." And we get here, and he's like, "I got soccer to play." And I was like, "All right, we might not do the little books.
I was hoping we'd save them for later.
We can always come back and re-record it as a video." But I know Chris has been really looking forward to the infinite. It's been a while since all three of us been together.
The Infinite is not as complex as the other two. It's a little bit more subtle, a little bit more sweet.
Torb, are
And
you
you can still
referring
kinda taste
to
rye.
our
Right.
Memorial Day video where we was cooking
I think I'm
cooking meat
spoiled
on the
from
grill?
From the Bookers. The Bookers of Springfield. Like,
Because
nothing out
us
of
here
Jim Beam.
at the Bourbon
That's really
Jamaican, we try to forget about Memorial Weekend, just so you know. So they
Didn't happen.
Memorial Weekend 2024 did not happen, my boy.
Didn't happen.
Bowman is coming out with a new John Abraham Bowman, and it's supposed to release at the end of this year, first of next year. You know, I'm from Virginia originally, and a lot of my buddies that are into bourbon back in VA, they haven't even been to the Bowman's distillery. And
What's that bottle gonna be?
what
Is it-
bottle?
That John Abraham, is it gonna be just normal bourbon or is it gonna
No,
be finished?
yeah, I can't. I gotta research it. I haven't looked it up, but I saw the release last week.
I got you. Yeah,
And,
at the beginning of the year they did a French oak finish. That was the first finish they'd ever done.
No, there's something special about it. I had to look it up again. I'll have to forward you the link. But the wieners are coming this weekend. We're going to the Wiener and Pickle Festival. So Turrup said that gives me chills. Abraham is my lost brother's name, and hope it's good and he's able to find it. Turrup, I not to get too deep on YouTube or nothing like that, but I was you said Abraham is your lost brother's name. Sorry for your loss. I'm assuming that, right? But Bowman is my adoptive parents' last name. they're Bowmans from Virginia as well. My grandma, she's unfortunately for circumstance, but when I head out to VA, we're hoping that we can take a trip to the Bowman distillery in order to pick up some of that allocated release stuff, right? So when I head to VA, my Virginia, for the people that are watching and are curious, Virginia is a state regulated liquor state, and they do a lot of allocated raffle releases that you have to sign up for, and hope that you get selected. And one of my buddies, he was actually out of 45,000 people, he was selected in order to win a George T. Stagg from 2024. And actually, Torb, I don't like the port finish or the sherry finish out of Bowman. I like the single barrel. I just yeah, I agree. The higher proof is much needed in the Bowman family. Here recently, we just had a charity golf outing for my job, and somebody for a raffle. Damn, where is it? Where'd it go? Did I send it to y'all? Y'all have it?
10%. Yeah.
Either way, so at this charity golf outing that we were just at for St. Jude's, it's a Dana sanctioned charity event, and
Shout
I
out
think-
Joe Palermo.
yep, old Joe, he puts it on every year for the community. It's about 100 people.
That's a good cause, man.
And it's a great cause, and we were able to pick up a John J. Bowman single barrel from 2020, man. And the difference is significant, like between the early stages and the late stages. Yo,
Yeah.
So
just come to McLaren.
since we're running low on time and
Yeah.
phone battery,
All right, love you, buddy.
what was your favorite of the three?
I think the one from this year,
The Infinite?
the Infinite is
Class
probably-
3 was your favorite?
Class 3 was my favorite.
I don't want you to say it out loud, so just type it.
So I guess the follow-up question is, do you think it's worth $200?
I haven't got into the Infinite yet.
You haven't
Megan-
tried it yet?
Meg's about to pull up to pick me up. She's gonna want to try it if you don't mind.
All right. I'm curious what you think of it. I like
Sure,
it.
but what do you mean by chase? You have to chase it. I'm guessing John Jay is allocated out in Iowa.
Hell, it's allocated here.
It's allocated in Kentucky too. It's not so much allocated in Virginia,
We see it about twice a year.
but we do only see it twice a year. He wants to know the Infinite versus the Corbin,
The what?
the Corbin Cash, the
Versus
Infinite,
what? Oh,
Infinity.
I already got my opinion. You should try it.
I haven't tried the Bookers yet. Oh, Tora, baby, if let's see, what we say, we had 6 or 8. We got 3 empty now. We'll put together a care package for you, Tora, for showing us so much love, and John Jay will be in there. Absolutely, 100%. We'll throw you a John Jay single barrel from the early 2000s, and Brady and myself also
I got a
have
whole bottle in there. I can send him too.
single barrel.
I gotta look and see what it is.
came across this bottle just at a yard sale in Kentucky, man. To be honest with you, and we bought it. We put it up for auction at the charity event, and I bought $40 worth of tickets. I won several different items throughout this event, and the John J. Bowman was one of them. So that's the new one.
Yeah.
So so this is the newer release of it. As you can see, the label has a green label here.
It's still a bourbon though. It's not a rye.
Yeah, it's still a bourbon. Don't let the green come to you to the point of where you think it is a rye. The older bottles, right? The one that I won at this particular event, the green label doesn't exist. It's all stamping here, right? And the difference is this bottle in particular, at least my single barrel is heavily
Sort of.
oak forward.
That one came from the
And the
raffle.
the old bottles that I've tried comparable to the old one is a cherry bomb. I know some people. It honestly reminded me of a E.H. Taylor in a sense, but that's my opinion.
Did you try out the Infinite?
Torb, they're waiting on me to try the Infinite before they give you the comparable to Corbin. So I'm gonna go ahead and catch up to these guys, I guess.
So the Infinite's not even close to being the same as the Corbin Cash. The Infinite's not a rye at all, since it's all bourbons. The Infinite's not really spicy either. To try to keep it vague for Chris.
So Torb, but he put in here that the John Jay is like a lot like the Elmer T, where you don't want to pay $100 to $200. I would not suggest paying over $100 for a John Jay.
Elmer T. Lee is one of the most disappointing things I've ever tried.
Yeah, I would never pay $200 for a Elmer T. Lee either. If you can get it between 50 and 100, absolutely.
You cut me deep, right?
He's laughing because no.
Sheldon,
Look.
get out.
Full disclosure. Time out. Full disclosure. What was my first words when y'all told me about the Elmer T. Lee? What did I say? Do you remember?
Vaguely.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
I said Brady got the deal, you got screwed, right?
Yeah. I agree.
But yeah, how can you agree? You ain't opened it.
I know. I had it before. I've had Elmer T, but
Elmer T. Lee's 90 proof. I would rather, the one time I had it, they're single barrels. I'd rather have Buffalo Trace over Elmer T. Lee the one time I had it. The John J. Bowman's on another level though. John J. Bowman, I've had it beat my E.H. Taylor single barrel in a blind. Now granted, mine's not near as good as Sheldon's.
Right.
That E.H. Taylor single barrel is fantastic.
That's
But
probably
my
a
John
single
J. Bowman is better than my E.H. Taylor single barrel. So
I would not I have a E.H. Taylor single barrel too. We actually should probably compare your single barrel to my single barrel.
if you have
And
a
when
chance,
I bring my single barrel, it will finish it off.
Yeah,
between
finish
the
that
three
off.
of
There ain't
us.
much left in that one.
Why are you letting all the neighbor folks drink
I
it?
don't think it's the neighbors. I think it's every time y'all.
If
get
you have
out.
it, but if you have a
promise it's
chance to
not.
get a John J. Bowman for 100, it's not terrible if you've never had it, but it's still a good bourbon. The Elmer T. Lee I don't like. I would pay $60 to put it on the shelf.
Turb, it's not
Shelf.
worth chasing. It's not.
I know Sheldon wanted to put it on the shelf. Glad you finally got one.
Yeah. I've had it, but I never had one. That's the only reason it's up there.
Have you drank it?
No, it's still sitting right there.
I'm saying, have you ever drank
I've had it.
Elmer
I've had
T.
it
Lee?
plenty of times, but I could never find a bottle at the price.
All right, so hold up. Let's
Yeah,
get back
his
to
phone's
full
about to
circle,
die,
right?
so we need to wrap up. Or
Yeah, let's go full circle though. Like, so John J. Bowman is on the list for Torb, right?
I got
The
list wrote down.
Parkers is on the list.
I got it all wrote down right here. Parker's, Jack Pick, Booker's, John J. Bowman.
What did you end up going with, Torb? It says that you had a choice, but it doesn't say which one you picked.
Between what?
he said he had a choice of Weller Foolproof and E.H. Taylor single barrel pick. The Weller Foolproof $60 and he hated it. So I'm assuming that he picked a Foolproof.
Weller
Okay.
Foolproof.
I would have
Nice.
picked the E.H. Taylor single barrel over the Foolproof. That's my own opinion. I have a Foolproof at the house. That's a store pick.
The store
I've never
picks are
opened
better
it.
than the non-store pick.
Right.
The Taylor store picks can be worse than normal Taylor single barrels. The Weller Foolproof batch is always worse than the picks.
She don't know how to open the door.
It's probably mad.
What's up, so dude?
Hey,
So
Calvin. Tora. My son says thank you. Come on. Tell him thank you.
Thank you.
You gotta come on.
I don't think he's in there.
There he is. He sent you some cards, man. You get to open these. These are for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Nice. Thanks, bro.
Is it actually just for him?
It is. Not for
you want a pack?
Yeah, Brady got no kids yet.
I'm gonna open them up.
Here, Audrey.
They got the truck, but they ain't got the kids yet, right, Al?
What is this? Say thank you.
Here's the stickers. Don't forget the stickers.
I don't want you.
You dropped them. Meg, say hello to the YouTube channel.
Hi.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
The fridge isn't in
Yes,
the shop, right?
it is.
Look.
It is.
Ah,
Thank you.
Yeah,
no,
it is.
it's not.
You're in there,
Thank
baby.
you for this.
Yeah, they make
So-
it.
So
So
what do you?
Turb, just so you know, like I'm more of the upper echelons of the E.H. Taylor single barrel than these two guys. They like it, they enjoy it, right? But I'm the one that advocates for that because my single barrel E.H. Taylor I would put up against the best single barrels that I've personally tried, and that's only me, right? But as far as this, Meg, Brady's going to give you a sample of that Infinity if you
Oh.
want it.
Yeah.
So here, boys, I know that I've savored this and bullshitted long enough now, but it's because I really anticipated this, right? Like I wanted it to open up a little bit.
I need a piece of paper.
Tor,
There's paper
is
on the
it
table.
is it a single barrel or a small batch?
I don't want to smush it.
So
Did you pay $140 for the single barrel or small batch? Because that's gonna dictate my opinion of what you just said. And Brady's for sure.
my E.H. Taylor single barrel's the worst one I've ever had, but it's still good. I wouldn't pay over $100 for the one. I
My
had.
single
Sheldon's
barrel,
I'd pay.
my single barrel is better than Brady's, and the Jamaican single barrel is better than mine. And that, like we've all come to that consensus, right? Because they all have different flavor profiles and they all have their unique differences, right?
That's the issue is going into it. You don't know what you're getting because it's a single barrel. But that's with everything.
I would, me personally, I would. My max price for a single barrel E.H. Taylor is $200. And like these two guys don't agree with me because of their own experiences, but
I think
I
200 is a good
personally, I would pay for a $200 E.H. Taylor single barrel because mine was so good. The Jamaicans is better than mine, and Brady's is just he got a rough batch, you know.
Yeah.
Bloody, you haven't had the bum and small batch. The small batch around here is running about $40, and we can get it pretty regular. So you know, it's not that hard to follow up with here personally.
So let's phrase it this way. We tried the rye.
I
first.
agree, Tora. Absolutely. The small batch is a cherry bomb. But the single barrel The single barrel adds that charness to that cherry bomb, and the older John Jay from the early 2000s is much more of a cherry bomb than the green label here. This is more oak forward than it is cherry forward, in my opinion. I can't speak for these guys. They haven't tried the one from the early 2000s that I
That's
just
from this
recently
year. This
won.
one is from this year.
Yeah, this is from this year, but the I would buy the Bowman small batch at $30 all day long. That's my personal opinion.
I've only had one bottle, but I really liked it.
Yeah, it was good. It could replace the everyday drinker. Right now, I'm on an early times kick, bottle and bond, and that's been my go-to here recently. These guys will tell you I'm a 2XO fan, huge, and I've gone through that.
Did you pick up the sneaker blend yet?
Not yet. I didn't buy it yet. I wanted to wait until I got back from vacation to buy it. It doesn't seem like that the 2XO is really
Hyping it up.
in the bourbon world, so I know that I'm able to get a sneaker blend at some point.
Yeah. I know the Kiwa.
Turab said he's drinking early times right now.
Yeah.
Turab, have you ever had the black cap?
Them, it's hard to find them.
I had a pour of the Old Forester 100 proof. That was my budget for a while. I haven't had it in a little while. But when my buddies came in town last week, we had a pour of that as a warm up when we were sitting at the bar. That's a killer bottle, man, for $20. Old Forester 100 proof orange label. Killer.
Yeah.
It's killer.
It's crazy. You can find that all day. On
It's
shelves.
funny because it's like, that's my favorite Old Forester.
Yeah.
Birthday bourbon and President's Choice, yeah, are obviously better, but I would take orange label over a 1910 or a 1920 all day.
1924.
Tora,
It's
would you like a
trash.
Tora? Would you like a sample of the black top?
Yeah, mine's still
I
pretty
don't-
full. It's back here. I moved everything.
If
back here.
you don't have yours no more, I have a
Yeah,
I have
mine's
a
still
full
back
bottle.
here. It's still pretty full.
Yours is open though.
Yeah.
Audrey,
So yeah,
don't.
if you want the black top, early times the brown
Right.
Foreman version. If you want the brown Foreman version, we'll send it to you.
Like that.
So I finally got into the Infinity, and it's rye forward, bacon spice.
I don't get that at all. So, let's backtrack a little bit and let's summarize this before the phone dies. The very first glass was the rye. That was this year's little book.
Right.
Did any of you guys think that was your favorite of the three?
No, not for me.
For me, it was easily my third place of the three. What I will say is I think last year's batch, the second glass that has the single malt, the bourbon, and the rye blended, that's my favorite of these three.
That's exactly how we have them lined up is how they drink to me.
You think the little book and then the blended one and then the rye? I would swap two in the middle one and the little and the infinite. But that's my thing though is the infinite's $50 more than the rest. It doesn't taste $50 better to me. The infinite's good. It's your classic bean. It's chocolate. It's peanuts. It's oak. It's a little bit spicy. It reminds me of an old granddad 114. It's what I think the old granddad's 16 year will taste like, but the old granddad's 16 year is $20 cheaper than this.
Is it?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I'm saying. Is it tastes to me like an old granddad: peanut, chocolate, spice, and a little bit of cherry. But I mean, I don't see where the $200 is.
The first presentation and
The
the bottle.
finish is quick.
I get the chocolate in, and I get the spice on it.
My biggest complaint is that it has no finish. The other two little books, whether I like them or not, they have a really nice finish. This one has no finish.
I'm talking to you right now. Just drank it, right? It's gone.
It's down and gone.
The Cedar Ridge had a longer finish.
Oh yeah,
Where's the
The
bottle?
small
for this?
batch, right?
the black label.
Oh,
The box is different. I didn't bring the box.
That's
We-
the one that
we
we
saw
almost
it.
saw.
Yeah. It doesn't have the plastic on the front.
Yep.
It's open on.
we
the front
just saw
and
this a
back.
couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So it's good.
That burn is
Missed you, man.
it was not what I was expecting.
It's the most classic Jim Beam little book I've ever had, but that doesn't justify the price. Is my problem. That's $200.
You want to?
I don't even remember looking at the price.
Yeah, this is the one that you guys have, that you
Yep.
and Chris opened for your anniversary.
Yeah.
I like that one better than the one you're holding.
The one that we opened on our anniversary was very peanutty. This one, the burn on it is just like, it's really intense, and I love these.
Yeah,
But
I'm not
it's-
even big on the burn, but I just like it. It reminds me, it's like a great mixture of the Springfield, but just with a little burn. It has a
My
little
favorite
more
part
rice
about
in
it is I get cherry on it. I don't get cherry on much Jim Beam. It tastes to me like a Springfield with a little bit of cherry in it, like from the old granddad.
But the Springfield.
But it's not $200.
The Springfield isn't cherry forwarded, y'all.
No. I get the cherry from like an old granddad kind of thing.
The old Springfield is cinnamon forward to you.
Yeah, it's very cinnamon chocolate peanut, which I get on this.
I get the chocolate and peanut on the Infinity. What do you get, Meg?
This is your guys' little thing, isn't it? This is your thing, isn't it?
We're trying to get a icebreaker.
But like you were saying,
Tiebreaker.
Chris, my biggest issue with this is, like you said, it's there and gone. If I'm paying $200 for a bottle,
I do agree with that.
I
The
wanna
flavor
taste it
is
longer.
very brief.
Yeah, I want to taste it longer than 3 seconds if I'm paying.
What were
$200.
you getting?
I got chocolate, peanuts, cherry, some cinnamon, I get spiciness. I get cherry on the back. I really
Sheldon?
like.
I get more. It's more of a Springfield, so I get more of the sweet, savory, and a little bit of the spice. So it doesn't. It's not a long finish, but
It's like a salted caramel.
yeah.
It's like
So
a salted
I was-
caramel and then a chocolate and then a peanut.
What were you getting, Chris?
You know what's funny
Back
is
up.
we did the Jepa Creed or whatever
Just a cream.
at the tasting, and Turrup says that Bloody Butcher for $30 is a solid value there. You know, Brady and I, Brady and I, we both went to
Thought we didn't do
a
lives like this
bourbon
anymore.
tasting here
Thought that was
within the
okay.
past couple months, and neither one of us really liked the Jephthah. Neither one of us really liked the Jephthah Creed. I didn't think too much of it.
We
So
got the first, the
I-
very
I
first
hate
one they came out with.
I'll say what it was, and I didn't want to say it because I didn't hear anybody say it. I get vanilla. I'm tasting vanilla.
Sure.
Bloody Butcher corn. So this was the very
Right,
first
right.
batch. This is batch one.
Because it came and went very quickly, like Brady said. So I was like, is that...
so this is what he's talking about.
But this is batch one. This is the very first batch that came out.
So when did this come out?
Like probably 2019, 2020.
Hey Turrup, hold on. Let me know in the comment section for you viewers out there. Can you see the dust falling off?
Shut up.
I know you saw it. You see him? He said 2019. Hey, Turrup, the butcher's right here. You
That's
see
batch
it though?
one.
Batch 1, 4 grain. You see it? It's not cracked. We're not opening it.
I'm not trying. So that's the other thing too is like I didn't try any of their stuff recently. We did a tour there like 3 years ago. I hated their stuff. We tried it again a year ago. Hated it. A lot of people are starting to turn on to it, so maybe it's getting older now. But I don't. I don't like it.
So made with Bloody Butcher corn. Our family motto from ancient Scotland is "No oubliez," which loosely translates to "Don't forget where you came from."
Get her.
Jephthah Creed is embodiment of this maximum as we honor our family, state, and local heritage. Being in good company makes everything better. The same is true for our 4-grain mash bill. And by bringing together our Bloody Butcher corn, malted rye, malted barley, and malted wheat. Sounds like a malted good time for Brady. Each grain's distinctiveness flavor comes forward in just the right way. The perfect amount of spicy and sweet and toasty and earthy. It's simply delicious, but there's nothing simply about it. You know, going back to it, we tried something earlier tonight that I couldn't describe it as earthy then, but
That's a sherry finish. It's that. What's that one with the sherry finish? You always get earthy from that sherry finish.
Y'all didn't try the cherry finish.
No, we didn't.
I thought we did.
Yeah, we didn't
Y'all
try
didn't
to
try
share.
that one. That was the one I sold. You talking about the Irish? That was real malty.
Is this
Fruity.
from 2019?
That is batch one.
It's interesting. 4 grand.
No,
I
sir.
don't see a date stable. But
I gotta look back and see what.
how
I
much you
did.
pay for it?
I can't remember. It's probably like 50, 60 bucks.
I said 40. But yeah, bloody butcher corn right here.
Not a fan.
98 proof.
So look, guys, YouTube tore up. If you follow the channel this long and this video for so long, please put in the comment section hashtag tore up.
This whole
I
live
mean,
stream was brought by Toro.
You know, at the end of the day, to be fully transparent, Torb, you're the first one that sent us any samples in the mail. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. We
Anything
appreciate
that you see in Brady's lineup and the Jamaicans lineup, and obviously if you want me to be involved, I'll send you my lineup. We've taken a couple different notes tonight. We're gonna hit you with a bunch of samples. Thank you for showing support, love, and just being friendly. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. The spirits of the bourbon is about bringing people together and enjoying each other's company, and really come together in unison. So we appreciate the love, the support, and the continue advocate and interaction of the channel, right?
Definitely.
So thank you very much from the bottom of our heart. We appreciate you. We love you. We salute you. Anytime that you come out to Kentucky, you got 3 spots that you're more than welcome to come and be a part of, and really show a good time. All 3 of us can show you a good time here in Kentucky. So thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Bloody, we appreciate you tuning in because of Tore Up and showing us some love. Shout out to you. Shout out to all the boys back in DA that showed the channel some love. Any of Brady's boys out there in Louisville showing us some love. Thank you. Thank you for the support.
Alex from out there in Hazard. That's my niece.
Yeah, Alex and Hazard. La Familia.
My mama.
Bourbon Jamaica. Thank you. Sure, be on the lookout for a special package. The love that you showed us tonight and the content that we're able to provide to the channel is all because of you. So we appreciate it. We love it. If you made it this far, please hit that like, subscribe, and show a little love in the comment section. George, we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you
Shout
very
out to
much,
you.
Tor. We appreciate everything you sent us. It was a great night. We couldn't have done this without you. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.